It's fine. Don't ask me about it.
We won't.
Well,
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay? Robert, where are you from?
I'm from St. Peter's.
Surprised you there. From St. Peter's. What do you do for a living?
I'm an inventory and logistics manager.
A logistics manager.
Yeah, inventory and logistics.
Where?
A place called Eurofins.
Eurofins.
Yeah, it's a bioanalytical pharmaceutical company.
So what does that entail?
My job personally, I just receive a bunch of serum samples and I store them in a secure storage and bring them out for the scientists to do.
Serum security.
Serum security.
This is cool.
You're the serum sample guy.
Yep.
Like, what kind of serums? Like, my face will look younger kind of serums?
No.
Super soldier.
No, drawn from the blood. So, like, it's for pharmaceutical companies that make different drugs.
Yes.
They'll do the testing first.
You better not have brought smallpox in here, man. I'm going to be pissed. Because I got intestinal issues right now, and I don't need smallpox. I don't want to talk about it.
Maybe that's where it came from.
That's wild.
Probably got a serum for that.
Yeah.
Hold
Probably.
on. What, you got a degree?
Associate's degree.
Okay.
But it's mainly just sample management is what I do.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you work with scientists.
Yep.
So when you walk in the room, do you go, "Hey, scientist"?
Yeah, do you ever do the half-baked thing? You go, "Hello, scientist." I would say that every day. Everyone would know me as the "Hello, scientist" guy.
They all sit in a different part of the building. I'm in the back, so.
Hello,
You just have to say it louder. Hello, scientist.
Hello.
Oh, so the scientists segregate themselves.
Yeah.
Do they wear lab coats?
Yeah. So do I.
cool.
They have their goggles
You wear
on, their
lab
lab
coats?
coats.
Oh,
Why
you
didn't
should've
you
worn
wear
an ear.
Yeah, dude,
Come
this
on, you
is
looked
the
official.
place.
Oh,
Go get your lab coat.
and come back.
Now.
Don't come back without it.
Hello, scientists. Yeah, they segregate themselves. I don't want to associate with the riffraff.
Why am I imagining you work in like the bowels of Area 51, like an Independence Day where the scientists haven't seen the light of day and
Nah, it's
Yeah,
in St.
hundreds
Peter's.
of days.
And you're the only guy that like we trust to carry it. You're carrying it like this with two fingers? You know, the
I'm
vial.
imagining a sperm bank and you call it serum to make it sound fancy.
I hear that.
One of you is correct.
Okay. Right.
All right.
Here's your
Tell us
serum.
which one. Ew.
Stop calling it serum. Robert.
So you got your associate's degree, huh?
Yeah.
That's a higher level education for most of us here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of us. I was close.
Rafe graduated, right?
Yeah.
Rafe graduated. Lauren?
I have a degree.
No.
You
I have a
Yeah, must be
master's
nice.
degree.
You have a master's?
Believe me, I'm paying for it.
What's your degree in, Lauren?
Mass comm. I have a BS in mass comm. That's right.
And what's your master's in?
My master's is in healthcare administration.
Oh, that's
You're using that.
Really,
use that at the serum place.
really dialed it in on that one.
you could use that at the serum place.
Yeah, man. Let me know if you need anybody down at the serum bank.
Yeah, where'd you go to school, Robert?
It was a Ozark Technical.
Ozark Tech. Go.
Hey, I went there.
OT.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah,
That's
OTC.
Springfield. Yeah.
That's right, baby.
Fighting meth
Go.
heads.
That's
Get
right.
out of here,
dude. That's great. Y'all are, they do have, what was it? What was the mascot?
Fighting meth heads. He's right.
It was the meth heads,
I think
right?
it was the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, go.
Oh, the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, Golden Eagles.
Y'all are related. Yeah, we are. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep, I almost graduated from there, and then I retired early. from
Couple
college.
credits shy, huh?
Yeah.
What happened, Scott? Come on.
He spent too much time in Bass Pro. Yeah, I was at Bass Pro every single day. I mean, that waterfall's amazing to stare at. No, I thought music was better, so I was in two different bands, and all I did was focus on that, and school was afterthought, and then the grades started showing it as an afterthought, and before long, you're flunking out. And
You flunked out
Of Ozark
Scott,
Tech?
of Ozark Tech.
well, I had a philosophy: you can't flunk a friend. And one math teacher never became my friend, and he gave me an
What?
F. The rest of them didn't care that I would bomb tests, I wouldn't turn in work, and they'd still give me like A's and B's. But he
King
was the
Scott did
only
not turn in work.
No, I was busy. I was playing music. You got to go to class and stuff, and it's tough, you know?
Yeah.
It's all the way across town.
You know, it's funny. You flunk out of school.
Town.
You flunk out of school because you partied too hard, right?
Yeah.
You go to too many, go to too many parties, up all night, sleep all day, miss class. What were you doing?
Like I said, I had to work, and I had two bands, so I was a busy boy.
That
and I
played,
had
that played
school.
at churches and Christian coffee houses. So not partying, not partying.
No, not even close to a party. I
just looked-
Waffle House was partying for us.
I just looked up the Latin pronunciation of "can't flunk a friend," and it's non-flunk amicus. That's on the crest of Ozark Tech.
Yeah.
Non-flunk amicus.
That's correct.
His band was awesome, by the way. The Wonkas out of
the
Springfield,
Wonkas.
Missouri. It's a cool
What
band.
happened? What happened to the Wonkas?
We fell apart. No, it was just it was one of those where this guy wanted to go here, this one wanted to go there, and this one was mad here, and
Different schools.
yeah,
They wanted to go to different schools.
we did.
Maybe one day
When you
guys
guys
get
broke
back
up,
together.
he was like, "You get nothing.
You lose.
You lose, sir."
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yep.
That was
Yeah,
actually
we even had
live.
the-
That was the recording from the
That's how
day the band broke up.
Yeah.
That's how the band broke up.
That was Chris, and we had the Wonkettes. They'd come dance when we were on stage. It was fun.
I was in that group.
Yeah, wear leopard
Put
prints.
on a
That
dress.
was the Oompas.
I am on academic probation from St. Louis Community College.
Still, huh?
Nice.
And it's all because of an attendance policy that I didn't read that part of the syllabus or whatever. But I was having kids and doing different things in the hospital with my sick daughter, and I went back. I was survey of rock and roll class. I mean, the coolest class of all time. Something that I would ace, right?
It all
I mean, I
worked
knew
out.
it. I was acing all the tests and all that. Came back and this cat was like, "Yeah, you flunked, man." So what? I knew it was Pete Best, the drummer. You know what I mean? Like I had all the answers for the tests and the radio station call letters that started rock and roll and coined the term. I knew all the answers. And he said, "Well, you missed 8 days, and you lose a grade for every day." And I went, "What?"
Yeah, two things that don't go together is rock and roll and survey. I feel like.
And being on time.
Van Halen, would you mind filling out this survey real quick? I think I'm good on that.
Do you think you get a better
David Lee
grade?
Roth has ever filled out a survey?
I don't think so.
You think you get a better grade
Maybe at his Katana factory.
if you showed up late to rock and roll class, right? You're like, "Yep, this guy gets it. He gets what this class is about. He's showing up late."
Yeah, it's part of it.
Spandex.
All you
and-
nerds who did your homework, Fs. That's what I would do if I taught the class.
He was out late last night rehearsing with his band. A. Solid A.
I did take a radio class in college.
Look at you.
Yeah. I think I got a C.
All right.
That was the average grade of a radio class.
I think I
Yeah.
got a C. I was actually working in radio at the time.
Everybody that got an A was probably a really bad entertainer.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got nothing out of the class.
That's what I'm saying. People that were like,
I got nothing
"Ooh,
out of
tell
it.
me more, tell me more." Probably
No, it was
not
like,
built for
here's
it.
how it works at a radio station. I said, no, it doesn't. I actually work at one.
Right?
It doesn't work.
Excuse me.
Oh,
That's
boy.
wrong.
You were that guy?
No, no.
Let me tell
wonder
you
you
how to
did
do
that.
your job.
Actually,
Sir.
I was on the soundboard at midnight last night.
Excuse me, Professor.
Here's Mr. Radio Guy. Thinks he knows better than everybody else. Go ahead, Mr. Radio Guy. Well, I actually work at a radio station. C for you.
I don't know, man. My campus radio station I worked at, I mean, it's exactly how it is here at Hubbard. Like, the people are the same. Radio people are the same.
Oh, you had a guy with an intestinal issue?
I did. Everybody had intestinal issues. Mainly from drinking, not dairy, though. We were still developing at that point.
Yes.
I did mass comm as an undergrad, but the SIUE station was jazz.
Yeah, that sucks.
So, not cool. Wasn't really, I took the radio class. I wasn't.
Doesn't Jason Church run that station?
He does at SIUE, yeah.
I
He's
mean,
the best, man. I love that guy.
I've heard
Nice
it's one of the best. They do have like a Monday Night Blues hour that's one of the best hours of radio around.
We used to work with the guy who runs it, who's a class act, Jason
Yeah.
Church.
He's
Love
very
that
sweet
guy.
man.
Phenomenal man.
Very sweet guy.
It's a super successful station just for college kids. I don't know if
I think it's by design, though, that way. They didn't want it to be some rowdy rock and roll or hip hop station. Like at Illinois State, where I went, we had dual formats. So half the week it was hip hop, half the week it was
You know,
rock.
maybe over the break, I'm going to look for my old college air checks. Because our college station was I think it was WRPR,
Oh, yeah.
Real Power.
What?
Oh, please find it.
Yeah, Real Power.
I'll find mine, too. That'd be so much
And
fun
I used
to hear.
to do
Or rapper, I guess.
WHPV.
the clap.
Yes, find
No,
those.
I will look. I promise you. And I had a show on Friday and Saturday nights called Something Unexpected.
Oh, geez.
Because guys,
He was going to play something unexpected.
You were like
Not expected.
Bob FM before Bob FM was a thing.
That sounds like a Saturday Night Live sketch.
He was going to play a deep
Something
cut
unexpected.
from the Primus record he just got.
You never know what you're going to get.
Hey, for the next 3 hours, I'm throwing out the playlist, and I'm going to play what I want.
Wow.
What's coming up next?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Wouldn't you like to know? I don't know either.
Back in the 90s, there was a couple high school stations. I know my high school girlfriend's high school, Rittner, had one. I don't know if Lindbergh had one. I think Pattonville may have had one. Anyways, I was spending a lot of time up there, and there was a college station. Still don't remember which college it was, but they were broadcasting, and I could only get it when I was kind of up in North County. And there was somebody on there that it was either Friday nights or Saturday nights for like an hour. This dude was in my brain. Like, we were living the same life, and he was always playing the coolest playlist ever. And it was all the same bands that I was listening to.
Was it a show called Something Unexpected?
It may have been WRPR.
WRPR, Real Power Ramapo College?
Yes, something unexpected. But it was just all like the deep alternative, late 90s, the stuff that was about to pop.
That's
but
what I was
wasn't
playing.
ready for it.
I was playing like Limp Bizkit's Faith and stuff
that's
off.
that's mainstream. Look at you.
Not at the time.
Oh, sure it
At
was.
the time, it was very unexpected.
Get out of here. They were on MTV Spring Break. You were really reaching.
In 96 and 97? Get out of here.
Okay.
Here's something
yeah.
unexpected.
Where would
Nirvana smells like Teen
Get
Spirit.
out of here.
Wear whatever coat you want to wear. Limp Bizkit, unexpected.
I was playing 7 words from the Deftones. Get the hell out of here.
Get
Get out of my
oh,
studio.
yeah, wow. After White Pony came out.
Oh.
How dare you?
you were thinking, yeah, it might have been.
No,
around.
this was 96, 97,
Okay,
you
okay.
jerk. Anyway,
There's someone on the chat saying they took a drama class with you, Robert.
That makes sense, yeah.
You were a drama major?
drama
Not
nerd.
major, but
Check
yeah.
out this new metal band
great.
Seven Dust on their third record, Animosity.
Here comes
That's
Black.
not true. That's not true. How dare you
Well,
sully the name of
Scotty
the
D.
classic?
What was your? You weren't going by Riz.
It could have been Scott R. I don't know. I gotta
God,
find it.
Scott R.
Oh, what if it was Scotty? Oh, if I
No, it
find
wasn't.
something, you're
Yeah.
like, hi, this is
Definitely not
WRPR, Scotty
It was
coming at
definitely
you.
not Scotty.
Here's something unexpected. Bulls on Parade from a new band, Rage Against the Machine.
You're listening to Naughty Scotty.
On
You can make
106.
fun all you
Naughty
want.
Scotty. This is Scotty the
Make
Body.
fun all you want, because I used to go from my dorm room with a giant stack of CDs and put them in the studio and say, I'm never selling out.
Brought to you by Michelob Ultra Studio Can.
No, my co-host Brian, I would go, we'd high five and go, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to play what we want forever, ever on the radio.
That probably was the coolest thing ever.
That would have been fun.
I mean, I can't imagine. Did you ever have interviews or friends come on and play? Like, because that was one of the cool things to do. Like when we first started touring a little bit, before you're getting on the radio or any of that, I remember doing a couple college stations, and it was college kids that were just like, "Yo, let's talk," and you'd be able to talk for like 15 minutes, which was unheard of on the other stations, And then they would play like, "Hey, let's play a couple songs from your record and your favorite stuff." They could play whatever they wanted. And it was just such.
No, I just played what I wanted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was such a
It
cool
was great.
experience.
And I did have that conversation with my co-host Brian. Like, hey man, this is awesome. Let's do this. We're gonna do this for the rest of our lives.
Right.
And never sell out to the man. And then you go, man, you need to pay your bills.
Yeah.
And then you start worrying about health insurance.
Yeah, cool points and fun. Don't pay the electric bill.
Yeah, you start worrying about health insurance.
College funds for your kids. And
Right.
There was a station up in the East Coast. I know we've talked about it. It was in a house, and it was like a legit station, but they kind of ran it like this DIY, like old
yeah,
school.
I almost worked there before
I
here.
was gonna say, didn't you apply for that one?
Yeah, no, I got the job. Oh God, with a W was up in Vermont.
Yeah, that place
It's a
was.
legendary-
It was a legendary
WHOA.
It is legendary, and
WHOA.
it is so much fun. And we went up there, and that was I still remember it vividly because they were super chill, but it was a big signal. But they ran it like this old school, like yo, the DJs have the power.
It was in the Albany market, but the station was in Vermont.
Yeah, and we went up there, and so not a huge market, and I still remember it to this day because being from St. Louis, we thought the Urge was the biggest band on the planet, and they did really well. They toured with 311. They were on MTV. They had a major label deal. I think they released 2 records on that major. But here they were on billboards and giant, and still giant, right? And that was the first radio station that was like, hey, you guys are an up and coming band. let us know what you guys are going to take over the station. They let us take over the station. We're like, we're going to play The Urge. And they're like, and everybody went, what? And we're like, The Urge. You know, like the latest single, you know, Jump Right In or you know, whatever was out at the time. And they're like, we've never heard of that band. And we're like, what? That's impossible.
Right.
It's the biggest band on the planet. And that was the first like introduction to, you know, different markets. Like you can have a band that's the biggest band, Breaking Benjamin, like they headline here, but in other markets, they're not playing Riverport. They're playing Pageant or something smaller. You know what I mean? Like it was a real awakening to see how certain bands do great in different parts of the country, different parts of the world.
It's WEQX.
EQX, that's
Yeah.
it. WEQX in Manchester Center, Vermont. The signal went to the Albany market, Albany, New York market. And back in 2002, I was putting demo tapes and resumes I mean, every radio station in the country I would just send something to because I wanted a job that allowed me to live a life
Right.
that was not overnights. Like actually broadcast when people were awake. So I'd put out, I mean, I would tell you 100 demo tapes and resumes, and every week I'd send out like 2 or 3, just to every radio station I could. I would go to the trade magazines and see, you know, who's looking for, you know, for DJs for any time of day.
Hang on, back up. Your CD or tape that you were sending out, was it professionally labeled? Did you have like a printed label on it?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Did it say in your car with Scotty R?
In your car with Scotty R?
WR.
You never know what's going to
Should've.
happen.
That is awesome.
Scotty
No,
R.
I was already
WRBR.
doing professional radio at this point. This is before I got the job out here in St. Louis. So I got a call from this radio station, WEQX. I didn't have a car, and the radio station was 6 hours away in New York City. So I borrowed the night show on K-Rock's car, a guy named Booker. He lent me his 1985 Jeep.
Ooh.
1985 Jeep Wrangler. What a piece of garbage this thing was. Didn't go over 55 miles an hour. So I'm driving up the New York State Thruway towards Vermont. It was maybe 10 degrees. It had just snowed, and he had a soft top on his car.
Oh, no.
So the snow would drift across the road through the car. So it was like a snow globe inside the car. It was the middle. It was
Feeling like a paperweight.
It was January or February. It was like, you know, the soft tops. It doesn't seal the car up.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's an unfun cold up there.
No, so it was bitter. So it would snow. The drifts would go across the highway into the car. It would snow in the car and then drift out to the other side. So I get to the radio station. Well, first I get to this town. It's called Manchester Center, Vermont.
Okay.
It's like St. Charles, right?
No, there was nothing there. There was nothing.
Isn't the station in a neighborhood? It's in that like
Well,
yellowish house.
I had come from a radio station where it was in a high-rise in Midtown Manhattan.
It's a little different.
And I called up the program director. I said, I don't know where the hell I am. I had to stop at a payphone. I go, where's the radio station? Where's the building? Oh, it's a house. I go, what? He goes, you could park on the lawn. Don't let the cat out.
Oh, my people. Yeah.
Dude, this is awesome.
And they always want to come out. They'll dart out. You need to watch
So I
it.
parked on the lawn, walked up to this house, and that was the radio station. I opened up the door. The cat ran out.
That was your first mistake. Trying to get hired, man.
Cat ran out. I go, okay, so
Still missing.
is this it? He goes, oh, yeah. And the owner of the radio station happened to be there. He goes, I want to show you where the transmitter is. I go, oh, great.
Cool.
It's in a bathroom.
That's like the
No,
sexiest
no,
thing
this
you can
guy-
tell
this guy-
the radio
Tell
person.
me it's
took
in the
me-
shower.
Took
Yeah.
me out to the front lawn, and he
Bent
pointed to
over.
this big mountain that was behind the building,
Yeah.
behind the house. And he goes, see it up there? I put that up there myself. I go, great. That's very impressive. Thank you.
So tall and
The guy's name
strong.
was Brooks.
Brooks.
That would be a guy
Brooks.
that builds towers.
Brooks.
Brooks.
And they showed me where the radio station was and the control room and all that stuff. I was like, oh, great. And they said, hey, we'd like to hire you for middays. I go, middays?
The big time.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I said, okay. You know, I said, where will you guys be putting me up? Where will I be? Because that was what radio stations did when you got hired at a radio station out of town. They used to put you up for like a month or two before you found your
apartment or
before
whatever.
you find your apartment or housing. Like when I got the job here at the Point, I stayed in hotels for almost 2 months. Stayed down on Wash Ave, stayed out in Kirkwood. It was fun. I said, no, we will not be putting you up. You'll be living here
At the radio station.
at the EQX house.
In the cellar.
I go, okay.
You're Freddy
He
Krueger
goes, there's
now.
bunk beds upstairs. I go, you got to be kidding me.
You'll really love your roommate. He gets the top bunk.
Now, I was dating who would be my wife at the time. And I drove back to New York City, and they said, hey, we will fax you a contract. I go, whoa, man. My first radio contract. Like my first big-time radio contract. They got to fax it to me.
So exciting.
They're gonna fax it
They're
to
going to
me.
fax it to me. I cannot wait to go home and tell my girlfriend, honey, we're moving to Albany.
We're going to live in a radio station.
And we
honey.
have bunk beds.
Yeah,
Well, I know what, you know what? It wasn't even Albany. We're going to move to a small town in Vermont
right.
so I could do radio. And they're going to fax me a contract. I can't wait to tell her. She's going to be so excited. I got home. I got to her sweet apartment because that's where I was squatting at the time. I said, babe, did it. Successful interview. They're going to fax me a contract. And we're moving to Vermont. And she goes,
You said what?
you're moving to Vermont. I'm not going with you.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Meals threw down. Said, this is the
We
ultimatum.
would have broken up.
Oh, my goodness. That was one of those cornerstone moments of your life.
It really was. And if I would have taken the job, we would have broken up. Wow. But she made it abundantly clear she's not moving to Vermont.
Whoa.
And they faxed me that contract. It was for $17,000 a year,
Uh-huh.
living at the radio station.
And you faxed them back. You had sat down on a printer and a copy machine and
my
got a
ass
picture of
cheeks.
your ass,
Yeah.
and you just faxed that to them and said, no thanks.
No,
Not taking
it wasn't right for me. It wasn't the right job. Although it was a legendary radio station, and it was a decent opportunity. No, I was, and you had to tell them no thanks, which is a tough conversation to have.
You know, the tough conversation is the one that should have happened before you drove 12 hours. And it's the, where would I stay? How much,
I wanna live
how
here?
much you going to pay me? Come on.
I was just
You
excited
had
somebody
to-
wanted me.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
That's for real.
So is Vermont just full of single guys?
Dude, there was nothing there.
Basically, somebody said, you want to meet up? And he said, I'll be right there. And drove.
It's one of the most
6 hours.
You got to have more money than 17 grand a year to be living up in Vermont. It's one
You
of
get
the most
free lift tickets at the local ski resort.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go.
Everybody I know that lives in Vermont loves it.
And I loved skiing. I was very athletic at the time.
Yeah, what was their logic on the in-person interview, not a phoner? Like,
They're
the
gonna
key is to
entice
get
you
him
with
up here and let him see the digs.
If he sees the
Let him
bunk bed,
see what Albany's like.
he ain't going back to NYC after he
He's not
sees
going
this
back
bunk bed.
to-
And the transmitter.
And
You
the
wait till he gets a load of the
Once they
transmitter.
see the transmitter, it's pretty much a done deal.
Look at that mountain up there.
Once they pet the cat, they're in.
Yep. The cat's the closer.
You're allergic to cats too. Imagine how
Yeah.
miserable you would have been staying there.
And you know what's funny? I didn't know.
I know, you'd have
was
moved there.
I was very allergic to cats.
Slept on a bunk bed that a cat had pretty much been sleeping in.
Well, what's crazy is 2 months later, I was here on my interview at the Point, which was wild. So it did work out. Something was saying, don't take the Vermont job.
Was there a similar conversation for the St. Louis gig with the wife?
Yeah. Well,
Was she reluctant?
she was not reluctant to move to St. Louis
Whoa.
Just
What
from
won her over for this?
because it was actually a city that people have heard of,
Yeah.
Okay.
not Vermont.
and not Manchester Center, Vermont.
But dude, think about this. The disappointment of Vermont might have made St. Louis look a little more attractive to her. Like all of those things might have had to happen for you to
Yeah.
end up here with her. Like had you not gone on that interview and had not given her an opportunity to be like, hell no. Then and this was your first interview, she might have hell no'd you here. So
Yeah.
crazy, man. Life's crazy.
Life is crazy, man.
Wild place.
How everything works out.
Fate.
I can't imagine a New York City fashionista was pumped about St. Louis right out of the gate.
She had just graduated the Fashion Institute of Technology.
Yeah. Not the Ozark one, the one up there.
No, the real one, the real FIT. And yeah, well, listen, we were young and we wanted to go on an adventure, but not to Vermont. I'd been working in radio for a long time at that, but five, almost 6 years, and I had jobs. I was working at the Jersey Shore, doing radio there. I was on satellite radio at the same time. I was, doing New York radio too. So she knew the lifestyle.
You kind of went backwards in that way because most people in St. Louis, they cut their teeth here and then they move to a coast. You did it oppositely.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. Oh, listen, it all worked out. And I got to go. I got I have bins of tapes, like old Me First on the radio tapes. And over the break, I'll look through some of that stuff. Can we even get that stuff converted over?
Yeah.
Do we have a tape machine here?
We do.
Like a cassette tape machine here in one of the production studios?
Yep.
I'm sure there's one at my parents' house.
There's one down this.
Oh, there is? I'm
U-Man
sure we
studio has like a reel-to-reel and all
Sure
that.
do. But I will say that we started a process of going through stuff over this weekend.
To throw things out?
Yeah, cleaning out closets yesterday specifically, and the bin of CDs came up,
Again?
and I turned into like Gollum. I go, "Mine." I go, no.
My precious.
I go, no, you cannot throw that stuff out.
Weeze likes the Weezer. No,
Like, I
Weeze
get
hates the
weird.
Weezer.
I'm not a hoarder.
Well,
I think I have hoarding tendencies, like some stuff.
Yeah.
You're sentimental with that stuff.
I just got, and it's not like investment stuff. It's not going to be worth anything. Sentimentally, yes. But what's funny? I was actually just going over this list here. Robert? Are you a collector of stuff? Do you have any collections at home?
Yeah, not really. The wife definitely collects a lot of stuff.
Like what?
What does she collect?
Precious moments dolls?
No, she's more of a crafter.
Okay.
So she likes to make friendship bracelets and trophies
Okay.
and stuff for parties.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's like collecting
A whole bunch of
materials.
odds and ends to make new things. Yeah.
So, Moon, do you have anything at home that you think will be worth something at some point that you're just holding on to?
I have a lot at home that I'm hoping will be worth something.
Like, for example, aside from guitars.
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of investments in guitars. But on the number 2 show, we talked about this a lot because my dad has, for the last 25 years, maybe longer. Yeah, by 25 years, his gifts to me are all like, there's a lot of Civil War stuff, okay? A lot of Civil War, so a lot of coins. We have a lot of coins. Even all the kids get this stuff too. And we're talking like minted something, special mint, 250th anniversary, or it's a single coin, or an entire booklet of quarters that are all in, some order.
So those may be worth, at some point, maybe those will be worth something.
Yes, and my dad's a very interesting man, and highly intelligent, and he's kind of a quiet guy. And I've asked him multiple times, and I've gotten sort of a different vibe each time. So I still don't know. I've said, hey, man, kind of a Arrested Development, like There's Always Money in the Banana Stand, if you know that reference.
Yeah.
I've asked him, like, hey, dude, hey, man, have you been, like, giving me all this stuff as, like, my inheritance? Is my inheritance...
Is this what I'm getting?
Is my inheritance in like these investment coins that are worth a few $100s, a few thousand that I didn't know, and then on your deathbed you're going to be like, I've given you $1 million in coins. It's in your basement.
Yeah, or you find out your dad is Nicolas Cage from National Treasure, and he's like, I've given you the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, like one
the
of
last
those...
thing he gives you, you're like, this... You definitely shouldn't have this.
Right. Like, I've got all this old, like, Civil War money, like this printed money, which, obviously was only in circulation for about 4 years. And all sorts of, like, relic stuff and bullets and cannon shot from...
you should look up some of this stuff, especially the coins. Maybe they're worth some...
Well,
you could be sitting on a gold mine.
So here's what
Get a
I've
lot
done.
of soda
The
for
most important thing I've done to organize all this, because it's not organized, it's all in different places, and the kids have them in their safes and all that. The most important thing I've done is, hey... Is there like a relic shop or something that you go to, a particular coin shop where there's some old guy that knows like how much a sword is from, some general? And he goes, yeah, I always go here. And I was like, oh, cool. What's that place called and what's the address? Because that's where I'm going first. I'm going to go there and go like, listen, man.
You want to buy all this back?
Be honest with me and tell me what's worth what.
You know what? I'm sure if you go onto the internet.
But the internet is so scattered. One eBay thing will say $7 and then the next says 700. I have no idea how to value it.
You will be very surprised to know that I have a very large collection of
Beanie Babies.
No.
Hammers.
Pez dispensers.
Cabbage Patch Kids. Oh,
Pez dispenser.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
very
unwrapped, right?
I have a giant collection.
I mean, they're still in the wrapping.
this is a
Those are collectibles.
Still in packages.
The context of the number 2 show conversation was things you collect that your wife would never let you decorate the house with. Every guy has something that their wife, they get married and it's going in a bin.
Can you imagine just me putting up my Pez dispensers around the house?
Yeah. I was telling him, I'm like, him and his wife has such a good sense of style, just being like, well, honey, where are we going to put the Confederate money? The living room? Right under the Live, Laugh, Love sign?
Yeah.
What's the big deal? Yes, it is a belt buckle with a Confederate flag on it, but it's part of history. And she's like, that's never going up in our house.
I've got like generals, sidearms, and like a musket, and they're all like
Those all sound cool.
Those
They're-
actually
they're
sound
all-
like they
those are
could
rad.
be worth
They're
something.
all in these like incredible glass cases, that you hang
Well-
up. And I had all this stuff at my bachelor pad that King Scott and I lived at before. So when she came over, she was always quiet about it too, like never said anything.
Think
And
about
then-
this
and
when
then
he
we
tells the
moved in.
story.
Long live the South. Am I right, Moon?
No.
It's not about the
What?
South; it's about the history.
Just imagine dating.
I have equal union and CS stuff,
He's
so knock it off.
single. He's got his own apartment. And I go, what'd you do with it? He goes, well, I decorated my apartment with it when I was single. And I imagine coming home and a dude's got a musket just hanging up. You come in, he's like, she's like, what's this? I go, oh, that's a Confederate money plate.
Yeah.
They used to print that back in the day. It's pretty cool. It's like, this is my Star Trek Next Generation
Is it cool?
Knock it off, guys.
Klingon weapon. And I got to hang out. I was like,
To be clear, the only thing I have Confederate style is some of the bills and the belt, like an actual soldier used
Right.
belt buckle.
even so, just the
The rest of it's all Union.
even the nerdiness of the Union stuff. Just having a girl come back to your place for the first time, and that's
Well,
what-
then you want to role play Civil War stuff
Right.
with her.
I know.
All right, you're General Burnside today.
Yeah. Cool.
I'll be Colonel Chamberlain of the 20th Maine.
yes.
He's my favorite.
Dearest Martha, the winter has not been kind. I
No
fear
idea
if we
this
don't get
backstory.
fortified with supplies soon,
Hey, here-
some of the men may pass.
Here's eBay. Here's a CSA 50 going for $160.
Okay. And that stuff may add up.
I got 40 of those.
So you have a Civil War coin collection. Okay.
Well, not just Civil War, like all throughout American history. I have an American history coin and mint collection.
Okay, so that's good stuff. I'm sitting on a bunch of Pez dispensers.
How
that are-
many? Be honest. How many Pez dispensers are you sitting on?
Yeah, you got 30 or like 7?
Oh, no. Oh,
Hundreds? Thousand?
no, not 1,000. I would say maybe 250.
Oh,
Do you
my
like eating
goodness.
Pez?
That's a lot, dude.
You don't open
mean-
them.
No. So you would just get them to collect the little heads.
My mom would give them to me every Christmas or every holiday, and I would keep them.
Okay.
And I have like the Star Wars collectible ones.
Those
and-
are the ones that are worth some bones there.
Yeah, they're all downstairs.
Why don't you put them on display? That
What
could
am
be
I gonna do?
That could be a neat like little wall frame thing. It's lame that they're in a box. That you've kept them in a box.
I
Yeah,
know.
put them in that next to the precious.
How they
moments
retain
stuff.
their value.
yeah, well,
Don't open the toys.
do you have anything in your house, Learn, that one day you may be thinking is going to be worth something that you've been collecting?
Yeah, I got all these vintage T-shirts that I collect.
Vintage T-shirts. Do you think they'll be worth something?
They
one
are
day?
worth something. I see
Not
them.
sentimentally.
No, it's not. So, the things I collect sentimentally, I collect things that were my dad's. So my dad's dead, and like people that have things that are attributed to him, my father. I collect those. I have a lot of things of my father's.
Well, here's my point here. If you're planning to retire off any of this stuff, you might want to be rethinking stuff because there is a list making the rounds of quote unquote collector items that really are worth nothing.
Okay.
That people like sitting on going, I'm waiting till the Pez market comes back. And,
Yeah. Like the Beanie Baby drop.
And number one,
Wait, you're
was
telling me
Beanie
my
Babies.
panty collection could be worthless?
So Beanie Babies, nearly all of them are worth under $20.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wait, all of them? You mean each of them?
Nearly all, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the entire collection. You get the entire collection for $20.
And you could find whole lots of them on eBay for less than that. I mean, it's
Okay.
there was a whole documentary about people collecting Beanie Babies. It's a really weird existence.
Yeah. It was the original AMC stock.
Yeah, the original meme stock.
They just drove it up.
Yeah, and the price. I
And
mean,
then if you sold it a good time, you probably made out like a bandit. If you hung on to it, Congratulations.
I have a buddy
That was a decent movie, by the way.
whose girlfriend put all their money into Beanie Babies.
Oh no.
And
Define all their money.
How much?
The little
40
money,
bucks?
The little money they had. Like, I'm talking savings.
A few thousand? More?
Probably
sucks.
$10,000. I mean, and,
Oh, Lord.
and at the time, that when Beanie Babies were hot, this was, hey, they're going to be worth. I got some of these rare ones and they're going to shoot up in price. We're gonna hold on to these.
She still got him?
Oh, yeah. Cabinets full of them. Cabinets. Oh, rare ones. Worthless.
Dang.
Gosh, dude.
You have that Confederate bill?
Yeah, I have.
1864, most famous Confederate bill ever.
I have multiple ones of this one, this famous horse one from.
Dude,
64.
that's $340.
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
How many of those you got?
I have a few of these. I have some that are even like.
Confederate $10 bills?
I got like some that are in perfect condition. You know, what's so funny too is Team Riz member friend came up at Punk Rock Christmas and said, "Hey, I watched the number 2 show," and he pulled out. He had one in his wallet, and I was like, "Dude, what are you doing? You got to frame that, man." And he's like, "I don't think it's worth anything." I said, "Yes, it is. It was like these were made."
He's
for
carrying it around trying to tip people.
No, he has it in his wallet. He said somebody gave it to me as a gift, and I just thought, oh, it was cool. I didn't think it was valuable. I was like, yeah, you should take care of it because he was in good shape too. But he's been carrying his wallet for a couple of years.
Did you get one of those? We had a listener. I mean, way back when. I don't know if it was the old show or was the Riz show yet. Part of the invasion of Iraq and got into Saddam's palace, and has like Saddam Hussein currency with his face on it.
Oh,
He gave me one of those bills.
You're kidding me?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Desert Storm trading cards because I had some of those.
Okay, so
remember those.
you have Saddam regime stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank,
All right.
thank you for making
Is
me
this
feel
what boys' slumber
less
parties sound like? I
strange.
feel like I'm just
Yeah, when
sitting
you get
in like a mail mine
Guys,
right now.
dude,
I'm
take
like,
your
what the
currencies
hell's
out.
going on?
My wife is a lucky lady.
I just
My currency's
think
bigger
about
than
that
yours.
for a second, though. I don't know that there was ever another war that got trading cards.
The first Desert Storm did.
The first Desert Storm, the 13-day Desert Storm.
I'll trade you my Storm and Norman for your.
I got. Hey, I'll
For your
trade you
Colin
my
Powell.
Schwarzkopf for your 155 howitzer card.
Bro, you got a Scud missile? Wow.
All right, so Beanie Babies worthless.
That's OP.
Most vinyl records. Most vinyl records, they say you could stop collecting those if you're thinking you're going to make money. The market is so saturated, they really do not hold much value.
I'm sorry, this is what?
Vinyl records.
Oh, yeah,
Most vinyl records.
remember I just pulled my whole my uncle's entire collection in.
His retirement.
I was going to spend Christmas vacation figuring
They
out
say
what was valuable.
They don't hold much value. They're great to listen to. Just don't expect to get rich. Pez dispensers. They listed.
Oh, no,
I
you're
know.
on the list?
That one hurts.
buddy boy.
Even the good ones sell for like $1 or $2.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
What's the most
You're sad.
the most valuable one was a Santa one, right? Or a Snoopy? Wait, which one was it? There's a famous one.
I think it's Snoopy. That sounds familiar.
I thought it was.
It's like a Donald Duck one that's famous.
You're supposed to know this. We talked about this before.
I don't know.
What's your most prized Pez dispenser?
Probably the Star Wars ones.
Yeah, which are probably worthless.
Now these are
I think
OG.
they're like- The Star Wars ones can be fairly.
They're in a tin. They came in a tin. Pogs. Who's sitting on a Pog collection?
Used
I
to.
still have mine in the tube.
There's a couple of Pez that are
Yeah, there's some that are worse than bones, but
Captain Hook, 1979, $1,000.
Darth Vader, 1500.
Which Darth Vader? What year?
That's a good question.
Which year?
Yeah, which year? There's several Vaders, actually. A lot of people don't know that. There's Vader First Edition and Second Edition Pez dispensers.
Okay, so this one dubbed the Holy Grail of Pez collecting. The Lander Bank Hippo A stands at the pinnacle of rarity and value. Crafted as it's a promotional item for the Austrian bank Lander Bank. Lander Bank.
I don't know. Lander Bank.
This
I don't have one
dispenser
of those.
never reached the public market.
This one's a misprint from 22, and it has on the back of it like candy bears instead of anything with Star Wars. So it's a misprint. That's why
I
it's
don't know.
worth so much.
I got to go through those.
Captain Hook, soft head. Donald Duck, soft head. That's the one you were talking
Yeah.
about. From the 1970s. Extremely rare due to limited production. Soft-headed dispensers are fewer in number compared to the plastic
I
counterparts.
got to look through them. I'll look through them. All
Honestly,
right.
dude, if you had one or two that were decent,
I may. I don't know.
Could justify it.
All right, Pogs. Nearly all of them are worth less than the cost of shipping them. Baseball cards. Baseball cards, the really old ones could be worth money.
This one hurts me.
But then they got mass produced, and if you've held on to a bunch of random cards from the 80s, you probably haven't made much money. Newer comic books. Again, it's all about the vintage ones. Cabbage Patch Kids. If they're in mint condition in box, they might be worth money, but if they've been played with, probably worthless.
And when you say worth money, you're talking about like more than $40. You're not talking about a couple thousand.
Yeah, I mean, not worth the hassle.
I've got some comics that are still worth money because they're old. But I've got a bunch that aren't. Those are my two things I had.
I remember the death of Superman. Remember the death of Superman?
Oh, yeah, that was a big deal.
That was a big deal. I remember my dad going out and buying a bunch of them and then putting them in the safe. Mm-hmm. Putting them in the safe. Because, son, one day these will be worth something.
Well, it's also keeping it away from you.
They're not.
They're not worth anything.
Rare vintage 1978 Cabbage Patch. There's 3 of them here, all opened and played with. Their average price is $1,500.
Hey, do you know if your dads were first edition?
I have no idea.
Because if they are, they're not bad. I mean, it's over $1,000.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Old VHS tapes and DVDs. Stop lying to yourself. They're worthless. And vintage Playboy magazines. They have to be in mint condition to be worth anything.
Not
Yeah.
used?
Mint condition. Nobody wants your dad's used ones.
Okay.
Sorry, Scott.
It's all right. How about
He's been sitting on those for a long
I
time.
know. How about NASCAR diecast?
Now that is something that is worth everything.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. plates.
Okay.
Commemorative plates.
What you talking about, Junior? Take the Junior right
Senior.
off of
What?
that.
Sorry.
What's wrong with you?
Sorry. Listen, who's the hardest person to shop for in your life?
Probably my stepdad, I would say. Dads in general, probably.
Dads in general. Mm-hmm. Who would you say, Moon? Hardest person to shop for? And think about it. Robert, who's the hardest person to shop for in your life?
I really don't shop for a lot of people.
Okay, good for you.
You
Just
don't?
the wife, yeah. I'll buy her a bunch of gifts and
It's great.
yeah, we'll go and get on presents for her parents and stuff. But
Well, you brought us presents today. Who was the hardest person to shop for in this room?
actually, you.
Oh! Wow.
Look at you, Rafe Dean.
Yeah, I say my dad. I think Lauren hit it. Dads are tough, man.
Yeah, there's a new survey that says fathers are the least favorite person to shop for. Apparently, dad is difficult to impress.
And you guys you never tell us what you need. Like, I'll be real, Jerry's not listening. I mean, I got Jerry a camera bird feeder so he can put that stupid thing on his app and
Hey, that's pretty tough.
look
Yeah,
at the
that's
birds, you know, because he's 70-something now. So I figured that's age appropriate. And then I got him some,
I just got a text from Jerry. Said, hell yeah.
okay.
So,
And
whatever
then
that means.
my mom's like, oh, just get him a shirt. I'm like, a shirt? I don't know what the hell he
What
wants
kind
to
of
look
shirt?
like. Like, I got him a white button down last year for Christmas.
Oh, white! Oh my God, a white
Like a
button down.
crisp ass yacht rock looking thing. Never wore it.
Oh, thanks, honey. A white button down shirt.
I don't know what he wants, man.
People even like shopping for strangers more than their dads.
Yeah, you guys, I was talking to Tim about this. I was like, because I got all you people in this room
Yeah.
shopped for, and I had such a good time thinking about you all and like things that I wanted to get you because it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I feel like parents matter or like your spouse matters.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to impress.
Yeah, there's weight on it. you
Why
know?
is
Like,
dad difficult to shop for, though?
Because of that. Because it's your dad. You want to impress him. There's weight there. And at the same time, there's no expectations. He's been taking care of me
Nah.
and everybody else forever. So I have no idea, no avenues into
answer's
what he
wrong.
needs or wants.
I think if you.
It's
Plus,
'cause
my dad's a minimalist. He's wearing the same
that's
thing.
He
exactly
doesn't want
it.
anything.
Yeah,
Dads don't put out the hints.
He doesn't
No.
want to. He doesn't want
He's
to
like,
truck
dude,
with.
I've been giving you Confederate money for 20 years. Not
Right.
once have you come back and given me. Get me some Civil War stuff, man. I couldn't drop more hints.
I don't think so.
That's
Yeah, my
hilarious.
dad doesn't want anything.
I
Maybe
want
your dad
General
wants a
Grant's sword.
cosplay
My
costume.
dad wants Andy's mints. That's about it.
That's perfect.
Like he wants a truck with no electric windows. Like just simple, minimalistic.
You
I
know
don't
why-
want nothing.
You know why dads are hard to shop for?
Why?
Because if dad wants something, dad goes and gets it.
Well,
What a
that's
cool
mom,
gift.
though, too. I mean, Mom's got everything she needs.
Yeah.
She's getting everything
No,
she
Mom will
wants.
hold out on the hopes you'll get her that.
Oh, God.
Here's the. I think Jerry would like this. He may not say
Go.
it to you.
Tell me what you know about my family.
I think that you would, if you did something sentimental for him, like you said, you used to write letters.
Yeah.
On Christmas, I bet if you wrote him a letter.
I've done that before. I used to write my mom and him a letter.
Oh, great.
I bet. But I mean, like, put
and,
it in.
and they didn't care. I mean,
Put $100 bill in it.
okay, I'm going to put, you know what? I'm going to try it. We've been having kind of a rough go. We have an uncle who's getting ready to pass away, Jerry's brother, and it's been really hard. And so a sentimental gift this year actually would be really good. Yeah. Maybe like a picture of him and his bro or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
Somebody
So
says
maybe that'll be
somebody
the thing.
says tools, but like if you have somebody that
No,
actually
you don't
uses
get dad tools.
Yeah, if you have somebody that actually uses tools, make sure you know like if they're a brand guy, because
Right.
usually by the time they get an age, they're either
If I don't
anti-Milwaukee
know-
or all
Yeah.
for
Especially
Milwaukee.
if it says "as seen on TV," do not get them.
No, don't
Yeah.
get dad tools.
I hate Ryobi, or
Unless he tells you specifically what to get.
exactly.
Hate Ryobi.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm a Milwaukee man.
Yeah, you
Man,
are. That's the
no.
best. of
if
the
it
best.
ain't Husqvarna, I ain't touching it.
DeWalt. DeWalt. What do you think I'm sneaking off with men during the day? Well, Dad, what does that have?
yeah.
First of all, that's homophobic as hell, Dad.
Right.
Doesn't matter if you are, I still love you.
And yeah, usually you're using your tools when you're around a bunch of men.
Is
So
this to go along with my dress that I have upstairs that I wear on every...
Yes.
Sir, I didn't. Let me go put your mother's brassiere on and I'll reopen it.
Brazil.
DeWalt. I can't believe it.
Yeah, don't
My son's in the DeWalt.
don't play with brands. Don't
Who have
cross
you
brands.
told?
Ridiculous.
Who taught you to use these? You, all right? I learned it by watching you. I never had a DeWalt.
Don't get your dad tools. Come on.
Well, I don't even see a logo here. Did you go to Harbor Freight? I will. You boy.
If dad wants something, he will go get it. That's why he's difficult to shop for. And I get it. I'm a very difficult person to shop for as well.
Because nothing impresses you, or what's up
No,
with
it's
you?
not, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know.
Well, dads have a bad habit of just, like Learn said, like, we'll say we want something, and then 2 weeks later we go buy it.
Right. And then
And then they're like, I was
got-
going to get you that.
Yeah. Well, I just
And we're
got
like,
it.
Well, I got it already.
Just got it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Now, here's something. God, Rafe.
I'm just saying it is kind of a sad. Like when you go to the stores and you're the last minute shopper, which I've been in the past.
Oh, yeah.
The dad section's always the saddest. It's just like ties and socks.
Yeah, it's clearly
just
like
junk,
it's designed for last minute dad junk.
Yeah.
Yeah, nail clippers.
Yeah,
It's
I mean
just
it should
dad
be
junk.
called the last minute dad junk.
It should be, yes,
Spot.
it should be the dad junk aisle. Because it's junk.
Well, what's the stereotypical dad present is the tie. Come on.
Or the
Cologne.
shirt and tie that come in the same box. Oh, Jay Farrar. This is nice.
Nice.
Can't
Thanks
wait.
for thinking about me last minute. All good.
Man, one time I got a present, and it was tickets to what's the Hoosier comedian?
Jeff
it's,
Foxworthy?
It's all an act.
Larry?
No,
Larry
no,
the
no.
Cable-
Yeah, Larry,
No, Larry the Cable guy?
Yeah. And
He's an act.
yes, it's a total act.
Telling me he's not getting things done, dude?
No, he doesn't really get much done, actually.
With a total character that people didn't realize was a character, especially in that theater. But yeah, it was fun. It was funny. But that was like somebody took a shot.
And?
It was fine.
It was fine, right?
I mean, it didn't make any sense, but I enjoyed the show.
Right. It was an experience.
Yeah,
You did it.
It's a good experience.
You got it done. Theater done. You got it done.
I sure did.
All right, so Robert, let me ask you this question. So when it comes to Christmas, and do you have kids?
No.
No kids. Okay. So how long have you been with your wife?
Oh, we just celebrated 3-year anniversary. in
3-year anniversary.
Nice. Congratulations.
How long you guys been together?
We got together in 2017.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
7 years, if my math is correct. And she's from here as well?
Yes.
Okay, so when it comes to Christmas, when it comes to the holidays,
Yeah.
how do you split up the time? Whose family you go to? Whose family you going to?
So usually with my family, we'll do like either Thanksgiving or Christmas with one family or the other.
Okay.
So this year it was my family for Thanksgiving. So we'll do her family
Her
for
family
Christmas.
for Christmas. Okay, you
Next
got
year
that
we'll
worked out.
flip-flop. Yeah.
Do you remember the first year that you told your side of the family, you weren't coming home for Christmas?
My family actually kind of does that anyways. But so like we already had the 1 year on, 1 year off going. So whenever when her and I started going to each other's family Christmases, it was easier.
Yeah, but at one point you were going every year to see your family for Christmas.
I mean, it's smaller. It'd just be like my mom when she was living in St. Louis and my brother. That's about it.
Does your wife's family live nearby?
Yeah, they live out in Baldwin.
Okay,
Oh, cool. So they're close.
You know, once I bring this up because once kids grow up, start their own lives, meet their parents, you know, things change when it comes to family dynamics. And this is obvious. You know, part of those changes typically surround the holiday season. So when you get married or when you're serious with somebody, you have to discuss the logistics of what you're going to do for the holidays.
Yeah.
Do we go with his family? Do it with her family? You know, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. There's a lot to figure out. That kind of logistics gets even harder and more complicated if your respective families don't live close to one another either. Mm-hmm. So these kind of decisions become especially stressful if you have a parent or parents who are not so understanding. AKA they guilt trip the crap out of you for choosing your in-laws over them. And this is a problem this time of year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guilt going around. Now, luckily, I married a Jewish woman. No problems.
Okay. Yeah. Different holidays.
No problem. Although this year, Christmas and Hanukkah, same day.
Same day. Oh, no.
Hanukkah starts Christmas night.
What's going on this year then? What are you going to do?
We're home. So, no problem.
See, you got kids, so that's the excuse. Like, Robert and I, we don't have kids to be like, we're going to stay at home this year and have Christmas morning ourselves. I will not be having children, so I will never have that excuse of like, we're just going to stay home this year and like have Christmas morning. If I said that to either one of our families, all hell would break loose.
Right.
So, and that sucks. That's actually in the pro column for having kids. That's like one of the top 10 for me. It's like, oh, we'd be able to just have the holidays to ourselves.
Yeah, and you feel bad. So if you go for Christmas, you know, with your folks as opposed to Tim's folks, maybe Tim's parents are a little butthurt.
Yeah. Well, like this year, it's all a mess. So, like, my sister lives in Colorado, and this year, Mom and Jerry are going out to be with Emily for Christmas. Tim and I, you know, hanging with his side of the family.
Right, and that makes it a lot easier, actually.
And that's fine. But then, like, I won't see my sister for Christmas, which sucks. So we did a big old thing for Thanksgiving, knowing that.
Yeah, but are you going to guilt your sister into not coming home for Christmas?
No, I will not.
Right.
I'm just mainly sad. I'm just sad, Mac, you know? It's not a guilt thing.
The
It's
whole
like, I
splitting
just
up
missed her.
time thing, you know, it could lead to butthurt feelings on one or both sides even. Mm-hmm. So there's one mom, her name is Ashley. She took to the internet, which is where you should go for when you have a problem.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of really thoughtful and empathetic folks out there on the internet.
So and I'd like your opinion on this. So she vented about her son's choice to spend this Christmas with his girlfriend's family. She wrote, y'all, it's happening. My son called me about spending Christmas with his girlfriend's family. He asked me if I was okay with it. And I said, absolutely not. I'm not okay with it. She says, I teared up a little bit too. I don't care about him missing any other holiday, but not this one. Nobody prepares you for this part of parenting. Your kids grow up, find a partner, find new traditions. Not going to lie, it hurts. Of course, I told him he could do whatever he wants to do, but it's his decision. But if you're asking me if I'm okay with it, the answer is no. Ho, ho, ho.
Well, then you didn't do that.
Wow.
It's the opposite of it's your decision.
Wow. How do you navigate that?
Man, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
So
I'm all in the in between of all this stuff. It's one thing too when you like choose to not compete. You know, when there's somebody else that you know is competing
And you just back out.
and pressuring. I gotta choose my words carefully here. I'm just gonna,
Why?
you know, just
guilt-
because like I'm not gonna compete. I'm not gonna compete. And I'm not going to put the pressure on my kids.
And that guilt,
I
guilt this time of year sucks.
It does.
and
Sucks.
I try and
Ruins the holiday.
It does.
And I know that if I don't say anything, it seems like I don't care. And I want them to know that I do care. I just want to see them. I want to see my children. And
and you deserve to see your kids.
clearly, I'm only talking to the older two, or talking about the older two. And I want to say,
Yeah, thank you.
and I want to say that I do care. And I really do want to see you, and I'm really sad.
He does.
Oh, man.
When I don't see you, because I didn't see one of them for Thanksgiving. It made me very, very sad.
It's true.
Are you going to see her for Christmas?
He cried.
I don't know. She texted me last night, and she had the wrong night. And I was like,
Did
no,
you
it's
tell
not.
us it's 25th this year?
I was like, it's not that night. It's this night. And I just left it out there, and I'm hoping that she adjusts or says, oh, that's perfect, and we'll see you, and makes an effort. But if she doesn't, I don't want to put pressure. You know,
Right.
because I don't.
I understand.
You don't wanna add to
I
the
understand.
problem.
Well,
I understand where you're coming from.
I know that in other places the pressure is heavy or potentially, and I'm not gonna compete, and I don't want to
Right.
make it worse.
There's nothing worse than your mom going, do what you want to do,
Now,
but I'm not okay with it.
I also
okay.
And here's the other thing
Okay,
too.
Mom, thank you.
I'm still raising kids. There's still a
There's
handful
still
of
17 other kids in
Yeah,
the
there's
house.
still
You gotta
17 in
make
the
sure they
house.
Have a good Christmas.
So I'm still doing this dance too, and I've done this dance for some time. So the I don't know, the middle-aged guy in me goes, I had to deal with it, and I didn't bitch about it. So you do it too. Yeah, it's a marathon. You got to go all the way around St. Louis County.
yeah.
Okay, boo-hoo. We did that too. So pull it off. You got it. You know what I mean? I want to say that. Like, if I can pull
But
it off.
I'm not gonna say that
You
to
can
her.
pull it off.
Well, I don't know.
But that's not how I feel.
This could be a college girlfriend that lives in a different. I don't know if it's the same town or not. You know what I mean? Like, is he opting to go across town and not be with his
Well,
family?
it sounds like he's not going to be with his family on Christmas. He's going to be with her family.
Right, but is that blocks away or is that in a
It sounds like
different
mom
state?
is not going to see son on Christmas.
Right.
So like they're hours away.
It hurts less knowing that they're like, hey, they live in Albuquerque. I'm going to Albuquerque for Christmas. Next year we'll come to your house. Or they live across town and we just don't want to hang out with you guys.
I think this is the first, and then she's saying like this is the first time, this first year
Yeah.
this is happening. It's hard for her, but the fact to throw it in the son's face too sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Why do you got to make him feel like crap? It's gonna happen.
Well,
I
you know
hate
what?
that.
And when you're doing the marathon too, like I think this should be talked about more because I feel like the pressure from the parents is always like, I want to see you, and then they expect you to be there and stay for dinner and hang out and do their whole schedule. Where I'm kind of like, yo, if you're coming into town and you're gonna see your mother, stop by.
Your
I
mother.
would just love to see her for 10 minutes. All you got to do is just dip in. It doesn't have to be a whole thing. You don't have to stay for the
It's
whole thing.
always the whole thing.
And that's what I mean. Like, I think that would take the pressure off a lot of people if you knew that it was totally acceptable
Yeah.
to literally drop by, drop off the presents, pick up your presents, give everybody a hug. I love you. I know you got to move on to the
And
next.
you know what sucks? The son is probably like, "Phew, I don't know how this is gonna go over, and just had to build up his confidence to tell mom, I'm not coming home for Christmas. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be with girlfriend.
And I mean, this happens to divorced parents, like, do this stuff too. And
Yeah.
it's like, there's so many divorces now. Like, once you get to the third or fourth generation of divorce, I'm absolved from all of this because
Yeah.
I've been dealing with it for, there's no possible way you could hit everybody. It just becomes, because now it's like, my parents aren't together. If my son's not with the mom of my granddaughter, like there's never a way we're getting
Right.
everybody under one roof on the same day, unless, and I love this, and I recommend it to anyone. Well, I'll do Christmas on like the 9th. I'll be the cool grandpa coming in. Boom, here's presents. Cool uncle. Boom, first presents. Everybody's at one place because if you're fighting for the Christmas day, you're fighting. I mean, by the time you have a few divorces, like you're fighting like 30 households.
Yeah.
You know, and it just becomes like this war of attrition where it's like,
yeah. and
even
that-
if you get them for like 20 minutes because they're trying to make all the stops, like Boone
Right.
said. And it's like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'd rather be like, hey, every 3 years, do us.
And dads are typically the losers in that situation because we're not the ones that are calling, going like, I want to make sure that you know, like a month in advance, we're having dinner at 5 and you
Right.
better be there. That kind
Right.
of thing.
I
Here's
kinda
my
wish-
gift to you, guilt.
I wish we could just do that. Like, I really would love to just, on Christmas morning, have a slow day and not have to be at somebody else's house, have my own experience,
Yep.
and not feel any guilt. And that would be everyone. Everybody just kind of wakes up, just calmly does their thing, and then do what Rafe's saying, where you've already gotten all of the people in your life out of the way, the friendsmasses, the aunts and uncles, the big family,
Yep.
the moms and dads of each side.
It's
It's
great.
done.
You know the other thing to do, and this is
I
just a
recommend it to
prediction.
anyone. It is great.
This is just what I feel. I bet you and I'll just talk from my situation. I bet you when my daughters are thinking, okay, we got this, we got to cut somebody out. I bet you what they're thinking is, we'll cut out Dad first. He's the one that'll take it the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm probably the one
You know what?
that they think will handle it the best.
Good for you, buddy. Fist bump.
Yeah, bro, but
cool.
I know.
There's one thing I can't stand is guilt.
that's what it is.
Dad's in the
Push it
basement
down,
crying in
man.
a giant pile of Confederate
But he's
money.
fine.
Should we be worried?
Dude,
You're
listen.
wiping your tears with that $10 bill that's worth $3,000.
I'm sure they have a list, and they just have to. It's a ranking of who's going to handle this the worst, and you know what I mean. Like I'm on the bottom of that list.
That's good.
Scott, what did you do when you were in LA? Because I know you didn't make it back every
Yeah, I
time.
couldn't come home because the job I had, we were always blacked out from right before Thanksgiving till after the New Year.
Yeah, you work
So-
in retail.
Yeah, so I'd do Christmas in like first or second week of January, which was super nice because I missed all the rush. And then also, when you're out there in LA, where half of the town doesn't live there, I mean, is not from there, they all leave, so the city's just empty. And you get to go anywhere you want, no traffic. It's beautiful.
Well, back when I first started in
And
radio, I had to work every holiday. So Christmas Day, Christmas Eve,
Yeah, it's
Thanksgiving,
the
I
best.
was working.
So when you use work as a shield like that, did you feel any family
They were proud of
pressures?
me.
They were
No,
proud.
they they wanted me here, obviously, but my family was very cool with all that
guilt.
kind of stuff. They were pretty easygoing because they were like, we'll see you in a couple weeks. They'll do Christmas in. They do their fun stuff ahead of time. And
with this
nice.
woman, this mom going on and kind of carrying on, how do you think the internet reacted?
Oh man, I don't know. Where'd she post it? Where was this
How many
again?
moms were in the feed?
yeah, and did it say if
This
his
was on Twitter.
did it say
Oh,
if his
Twitter.
girlfriend's family was more rich than her?
I think they
that's-
responded with hate, death threats, and porn.
For the mom, yeah.
'Tis the season.
Well, she says, she was more than happy to host her son's girlfriend as well. He's like, I told him she's welcome to come to my house, join us, make sure she has pajamas, a stocking, a seat at the table. If he's with her family, I'll be salty as F, but support the decision if that's what he wants, even if I don't agree and hate it. See, yeah, she had to throw that part in too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is manipulative.
You know what the move
Language.
is? This is what we found the move to be. You just have to accept that you're only going to get so many holidays. And that is one of the reasons that I love Halloween so much, is because they've given that holiday to us.
Well, that's the thing about this. Is she's like, this is the only one I care about. Yeah, this is the only one everyone cares about.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Everyone wants Christmas.
I'm basically living out kind of my Christmas expectations on Halloween. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys have noticed that, but the last couple of years, we've made it like a family tradition where everybody comes to our place and trick or treats for our place, and that's when I get to see everybody's under the same roof, and it so rarely happens that I'm basically Christmasing at Halloween.
Well, here,
Interesting.
I'm starting to think that Thanksgiving only got ratified to solve this problem.
yeah.
I'm starting to think
The one
that when-
family gets Thanksgiving,
they're
one
like,
gets
let's
Christmas.
put something a
It's
month
close
before
enough.
Christmas. They're close enough together.
Right, throw a turkey in it.
You guys get a turkey on this day. 30 days later, you guys get a turkey. Quit fighting over it.
And that's where Christmas in July works too, because my roommate, he would always go home in July and they would do Christmas because his family was in Arkansas.
I don't think that's
Well,
catching
that's
on.
just dumb.
No, he did. That's the only way they could do it.
Here was a comment I did like on this woman's thread. You expect the girl's parents to be okay with her missing their tradition so long as you could keep your son under your thumb? Not many people in your life tell you your face what an effing clown you are, do they? Well, that sums it up.
That sounds like Twitter.
Yeah, that sounds like
Add
Scott
about-
R1057.
No, I didn't say that.
Naughty Scotty.
Huh.
The guilt has got to stop.
This is abuse. Generational trauma. I bet there was a lot of that.
Yeah, listen, can't we all just have a good time? Without any guilt? Just do our things. It's tough. You got to navigate. There's lots to navigate this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, everybody.
And if you really want to try to get out of it, just get a gig. You can hide behind work.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
hide behind work. That's
The
great.
best. No one
Amen.
complains.
You know what I mean? Go.
I got a corporate in Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah, get a mall job folding shirts for Hallmark, because I'm sure you'll be busy on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, today is, by the way, speaking of Hallmark, today is National Christmas Card Day. And
Oh gosh. This is my mother's probably least favorite day then.
so,
Why?
so
She always goes to the store and takes pictures of them.
did the Elwell send out cards this year?
No, I sat my husband down this weekend. Actually, I said I tried to start our card. I go, I'm over it. I'm not doing it this year.
So no cards
card.
this year. No e-cards, nothing.
Nothing. I bought like a pack of just generic Target cards that I'll give a
Christmas.
couple people for Christmas, and that's it.
It was a big deal. My mom would sit down every year and a giant box of cards and write them all out. Mm-hmm. And she would get hundreds of cards in return too. I mean, it was
I love
crazy.
getting them.
Yeah.
My dad used to do a letter. He used to write this entire letter
The Jinglegram.
about like all the updates of the family.
Oh,
I love
we
that.
did those too.
And what the boys are doing, and he would send it out to.
That's so cool.
And knowing my dad, he probably didn't make copies because we never had.
Probably hand wrote those
He
out.
probably hand wrote each one and sent them to all the
Yeah,
relatives.
we used to get those too, like, the family updates, the yearly family updates.
Yeah,
Were
that's
great
great.
to read.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We never did. I mean,
You should.
That was my friend's mom's, like, Agatha Christie moment, dude. That was her J.K. Rowling. She'd sit down to write the Jones family jinglegram every year, and she was just cracking her knuckles at the compact computer, ready to print it off, put some clip art on it of some mistletoe and Santa's sleigh.
Love it.
yeah.
Devin started wrestling this year. He's quite a talent. But it was nice.
Yeah, you find out what's going on with the kids.
It was great.
It was fun.
It was nice. It was like a cute thing.
We do wind up getting less and less cards every year.
It's expensive.
Is there a comeback on this?
It's like $200.
Is there a comeback on these?
Yeah,
I
do
don't
you
know.
think
Now
it'll
there's
turn around? People
don't
do
know.
because you can do the photo, and then you just write something on the back of that, and
I mean, we still get some.
This alleviates you of the guilt. Do you ever throw those in the trash and feel kind of bad while you're doing it?
Yeah.
When I recycle them every year, I'm like, oh man, this
when
is so much money.
Yeah, or just like your friend and his wife and his two beautiful kids are staring you right in the eyes as you throw them in a trash can.
Yeah.
It's like,
again,
sorry,
that's where the
Steve,
guilt comes in.
I love you, buddy, but I'm not keeping the. You're not putting it in a shoebox.
How long are you supposed to have them before you throw them out?
I don't
Open
know.
them up right away and go, great. And
I
then
do
throw them in
keep
the garbage?
some. Like I've kept some that are sentimental.
It'd be
Yeah,
a
but-
good episode of, hey man, you got that holiday Christmas card I sent you?
Right.
Wife accidentally threw the box out, and I was like, I know my bud Rafe would never throw that away.
The guilt.
Can I get that from you? Because that's the only picture we have of our daughter
Oh,
that
my
age.
God.
And I'd be like, hey, let me go through some stuff.
You're in a landfill.
Lauren, if you got the Rizzuto family Christmas card, how long would you keep it?
I would keep it like probably a week after the New Year.
So you'd go
Yeah, like I put them on the back of my front door. So like I got 2 over the weekend, and so now I got 2 up there, and I'll fill my whole door up with people.
Okay, my wife, in the mail the other day, we got a couple of Christmas cards. She threw them right in the garbage.
Okay, well that's okay.
I see you guys
Oh,
two
okay,
Christmas
I'm
cards
taking you
yesterday.
off my list then. I was going to
Yeah,
send
did
you
you
one.
find
this year. I went to great efforts.
last year? Oh man.
I went to great efforts to make a picture specifically for the Riz Show family. Or
I
for the,
updated
for
your
the Riz
family on what I was doing, everything.
Wow.
Joke's on you with mine because I wrote in invisible ink somewhere you can find an entire gold bullion.
Oh, no.
On New Year's Day.
Scavenger
Sucks
hunt.
to
It
be
would be a
you.
fun Riz family scavenger hunt for
Man.
the search for Rafe's booty.
Do you remember when my mother took a picture of a card and sent it to me? It was
Yeah.
like, it was like, Ma, that's like, you stole it basically.
That's my father-in-law breaking off the stalks of the broccoli
Yeah,
house.
it is.
Because I'm not paying for it.
Hey, speaking of greeting cards, King Scott has a greeting card company.
Yeah, it's kind of on hiatus at the moment.
Oh, really?
Oh.
The computer I was using for it
You'll-
completely pooped out.
Let
and
me
I've
guess.
not
Let me guess.
replaced
You'll
it.
kick it back up right around March.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
No,
Scott
right
owns
when
a
we need
greeting.
one.
King Scott owns a greeting card company. Just so you know.
Yeah. But it's on a little bit of hiatus.
It's down for the
my
Christmas
computer
season.
is shot, and I don't want to buy a new one because it's too expensive.
Hey, I got a virus, so
Really crippled the company.
really hurt the company.
Oh my gosh.
Turns
dude.
out I forgot to pay my McAfee fee. And
Sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. dude. I was trying to help you.
No, no,
was
I
dude,
appreciate
Push the
that.
cards, man.
Now's the time, bro.
I know.
All right,
it's
listen.
nay on the Ards K.
All right, we got to take a break. But
It'll be
first,
revamped soon.
all right, Team Riz Member of the Day brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Check out the all-new Hot Shots Lindbergh, 7575 Lindbergh, your new home for sports in South County. Get all the info at hotshotsnet.com. From Granite City, Illinois, Brittany Gherkin is our
Yeah,
Team Riz
Brittany.
Member of the Day. Brittany. Brittany has been a Team Riz listener for the past 4 years. Always starts her mornings off with the Riz crew. Her husband, who's also a Team Riz member now, introduced her to the show, and she loves the variety of games and conversations that take place between the guys. Loves the camaraderie and the relationships between the show and how it seems like one big dysfunctional family with every broadcast. Well, thank you, Brittany. Brittany Gherkin from Granite City is our Team Riz member of the day. Gets a super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, Lauren, what do you got for us?
Jay-Z, you finally do have at least one problem, maybe. Guns N' Roses tour is coming. Yeah. Who is PETA after now, and who played Santa the best?
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday and the Pick'em Challenge. Riz Show versus Fastlane. How did we do?
Oh.
We're going for how many ones in a row?
I believe this may be 6 or 7. I can't remember.
Well, we'll let you know how it all shook out next day there. Welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow at 1057thepoint.com. Sex-time fun facts coming up. Sex toy of the week. We have our guest co-host in with us this morning, Mr. Robert Weiss. Robert Weiss.
Do people call you Robert or Rob or Robbie? Just Robert?
Usually Robert or Rob.
Robert, okay.
Yeah.
Robert?
What would you prefer? What would your honor name?
Robert.
It'd probably be Rob.
Rob, all right.
The Wheeze, dude. He'd just be called the Wheeze.
All right, Bob. Well,
It's
welcome.
Weiss.
I know, but we would call him the Wheeze because it's a Pauly Shore reference.
Wheeze in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all
Squeeze
love
in the Wheeze.
Pauly Shore.
Radio.
Can I just call him Rob?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you someone. You know someone else calls him Rob? Emily in the chat says, "Hi, Rob. So I worked with Rob at Eurofins. Nice to see you can make it to the show on time. Work not so much. LOL."
Oh, nice.
Got his first tro. I got your first
Nice.
radio. Welcome to radio, buddy.
What a rite of
I'm on
passage.
the radio.
You're on.
Less than an hour and you're already under criticism.
He almost was late
Congratulations.
here because he went to the wrong building.
That's true.
Oh, that happened.
You know,
made
the
it.
building that says Hubbard Radio didn't give away that the radio station was at that building, no?
I hit my eyes on the road.
That's right. That's right.
Smart.
There's a giant sign that says Hubbard Radio.
It's not really that big.
I wonder if that's the building.
We look like we work in a stairwell, depending on
Are
where...
you out of your mind?
No, I'm
Are
not.
you out
It
of your
says
mind?
Hubbard Radio.
When I get Uber Eats sent here for lunch, I have to step by step on the phone walk delivery
Well,
people through how to get here.
It is confusing.
I've been making the mistake of telling people, like, oh, we're upstairs above Il Balago. And then I went out there today to tell them, and I was looking, I'm like, it just says a B on there. There's no words
Right.
or anything on it. No one has a clue what I've been
How
telling
about the
them for
sign that
years.
says Hubbard Radio?
Well,
It's so
they-
high.
Dude,
It's
there's
not that
What?
big. It's
I
there's
see
city
behind the
place
fountain.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's 6 city places.
But only one of them says.
I get that, but I'm saying like when you
But we're in
pull
like
in,
a strip mall. We're not even in City Place, technically.
you're like, oh, the one with the fountain. Well, it's not on
yep.
that time of day.
Right.
So you're like, all right, this must not be it. That just looks like a.
You know what we should do in 2025 to help everybody is we need to commission a sculpture that will be placed outside of our doors.
Who's going to do that?
I don't know. There's plenty of artists that listen to this show, and we will, hire someone. We will not pay them. It will
We
be a
will not pay
donation.
them.
We
It'll be
will
a
not
write-off.
pay them.
And like the bull or the bronco at the airport in Denver, we need something like that, like huge.
Yeah.
A little Illuminati rumor.
Well, there's like the Bean in Chicago. We do something cool, like a big shoe. I don't know. Something.
Why
neat.
not?
Well, how about a giant fountain?
What?
Why don't we just put a fountain
How about a
out
sign
there
that says Hubbard Radio?
and tell
No,
them
that's
that's
where we
not
are.
working. The fountain
We could put-
and the illuminated sign are not working.
Let's do a giant boot.
How about
Just a
live
big boot
nudes?
out there?
You know what? I may just buy something over the break and bring it here, like a big old
Do it.
brontosaurus from one of those lawn shops.
They're not going to reimburse it for anything.
Well, I will find out.
It's not in the budget. By the way, old Weiss Man. That's a great radio name. The
Yeah, it
Weiss
is.
Man.
Weiss Man.
Man. These days.
So you got your whatever championship belt that is.
Yeah.
What
it's
is that?
It's like kickball belt for.
Kickball. I remember playing that in 6th grade.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah. I play out in a league in St. Peter's.
Yeah, it was
No
cool.
And you're the
It was
champion?
cool in elementary school.
Well, it's the MVP of the week belt.
Oh my
Oh, of the
goodness.
week.
Look at
Oh,
you.
the week.
Dang.
MVP of the week.
And full disclosure, I did not win last time we played.
Who
I just
won?
made sure my buddy Sean.
Oh.
I made sure to take it from him.
Right
bring it
on.
the show.
Yeah, screw Sean.
You know,
Nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's the league?
League is Legends Kickball. You can find it on Facebook.
MVP of the week. What do you got? A couple singles?
Yeah. Don't drop balls. Don't get hit.
All right.
You
There
ever
we
need
go.
chicks?
Congratulations, buddy.
I got a wicked right hook with this old lumberfoot.
By all means, always looking for new teams.
All right, hit me up. I'd love to play kickball.
Next
You're
season
not
starts
going
in
out
like
to
March.
St. Peter's to go play
Hell yeah,
kickball.
as long as like a Saturday or
I
something,
played
like a
in
Sunday.
Sundays.
I
Yeah.
played in the
Really?
Big Balls Kickball League here in the city for a while. We got kicked out of Tower Grove Park for like a year, but they're back in there. I saw them in there the other day, so It got too wild. It was a drinkers' league. People were like bringing plug-in margarita machines and whatnot. And families in the park were like, "This has to stop." It was
Yeah, my buddy Ben's in a kickball league, and their championship trophy is a ball signed by Chuck D from Public Enemy.
That's sweet.
tight.
That's cool as
Like
well.
a random.
I love that trophy. That is the best.
Random. Anyway, speaking of sports, and you know we are a sports show.
This is the sports show of
This
St.
is
Louis.
the sports show of St. People turn to us for sports. Every kind of sport. Kickball now.
You name it.
Yeah, champion.
Riz Show Fastlane Pick'em Challenge. It is week 14. I tell you what, we need to win out because if the Fastlane wins another week, the best we could do is tie them. And we were down 8-1. 8-1, and we've crawled back to 8-5. Now we still have an uphill battle, guys. We've won the past 4 weeks in a row.
Okay.
Dang.
I felt like it was more than that. Maybe it just
We've
felt
won
good.
the last 3 weeks in a row. 2 before that. Week 10, we did not win.
I thought we've won more.
We won the tie.
I have the spreadsheet. I'm
Okay,
looking
all
at
right.
it.
So it's 8-5. It's eight wins for the Fastlane, 5 wins for the Riz Show, going into week 14.
Yes.
We won 3 in a row,
Yeah.
which is still great. Okay. All right. Okay.
But at one point we were down 8-1. That's the fact.
Yes.
That is a fact.
And that's insanity.
That is a fact.
So when it's 7-0, and then
I don't know.
8-1?
Let's
It
not.
was bad.
Or
We're
something
just
like
throwing out numbers at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very
187.
confusing
It was
as to how we were
187 on a
8-1.
Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 3.
So week
in a row.
14, every week from now on is must win for the Riz Show.
Whoa.
Well,
And here's how it all shook out. But we still have a game to go tonight. And that may matter. Or it may not matter. I don't know. Moon, if you would.
in the lead for the week, topping not only the Riz Show, but the entire competition. Rafe Williams with
Rafe
10.
Williams.
Rafe.
Nice work.
And King Scott with 10.
Scott.
Yes.
It was an easy week. No big deal.
And Learny Learn with 10.
Oh.
The champs.
Then with 9, Moon.
Oh.
And then your loser is Scott Rizzuto at 8
Oh, that's
We're not going to clap for that.
for the group.
rough.
Okay, for the group. All
Now,
right, with a grand total of how many
The grand
points?
totals for the Riz Show currently sit at 47.
47 points.
47
Remember, with a
points.
game to go tonight, it's the Bengals and Cowboys
Yes.
tonight.
Correct.
The Cowboys.
Okay, so we got 47 points. What about the fast lane?
Well, I hate to say it, but Kerry Davis, he got 10. So he cancels Rafe. Jamie Rivers also got 10 cancels King Scott. And then we move all the way down to BK, who got 8 and didn't even
8.
touch Learn or me. Stalter gets 8 as well. Marsh gets 8 as well. Game over. Fastlane got 44. Everybody has the
44.
same picks except for one.
We won the week.
That's it. The game has ended for the week.
That is exciting.
So Learn does have the Cowboys tonight, but that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So we win
Handily.
handily.
Handily. Yes.
Wow.
In
Handily.
yo face.
8 wins for the fast lane, 6 wins for the Riz Show. Do you guys smell something? I mean,
I
I smell a comeback.
I smell
it's, I don't know, there's a little something in the air, guys.
it. Yeah, it's a meltdown.
Is that a Cheddar Bay I smell?
There's, a little-
Homemade Cheddar Bay boy biscuit?
there's something in the air, guys. I don't know about this whole, I don't know. We're a team of
Is this
destiny.
a Christmas miracle?
Oh,
We are
Could be.
on fire.
There's a little something in the air. There's something special about this team this
Yeah,
year.
we're on fire. So again, let's
The
just go
media
back.
counted us out.
I know we're celebrating
The
right
fans counted us out. But we believed in each other in this locker room. That's all that matters.
Right.
One game at a time, 1 week at a time. We've got a good squad. We're committed. We got a single vision. We feel good about it. Thank you. Back to you.
now. Just reviewing back for just 1 second. Riz is a point under me, and we both have the same. That means Riz officially
We don't have to
loses
bring that up.
for the week. Oh yeah,
We're
yeah.
talking about
No,
nice
we
things
need
right
to bring
now.
it up because we're going to shoot you. I just don't remember how many times I'm going to pull the trigger.
Who's
so.
dunce of the week?
Dunce of the
Yet to
week-
be determined.
Yet to be determined. Because,
YTB?
Because there's 4 people with 8, and they all have the same picks.
We all have the Bengals. How many? I think I have 4 shots coming my way.
You do.
Oh boy.
I know.
Anything past 3
Is awful.
Is so bad.
I know.
We said it goes numb after 3, I thought.
That's totally
That's true
false.
too, but not in a good
You
way.
go to a different plane of existence,
You do.
yeah, your butt just like removes itself from your body, but it still hurts
but it
somehow.
still hurts. And we'll get those done tomorrow at the end, at the conclusion of the week.
Oh yeah.
That's how we always do it.
The week concludes.
I don't remember. I like it like this though. I like pressure.
when I get
you
shot?
upset. Well, no, I just listen.
No, it's fine. It's and again, I'd much rather take 4 shots than lose. So
Yeah.
because I'm a team player, guys,
Right. Yeah, that's what we were thinking.
and that's fine. That's fine. Hell of a Bengals game. Anybody? Not Bengals. Chiefs game last night. Anybody watch the end of that game?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Heard it's a crazy
absurd.
ending.
They love not winning by very much. That's their favorite thing to do,
weird.
is to be like, we love giving everyone every opportunity to beat us.
Well,
It's the worst 12-1 team I've ever seen.
yeah, it's wild. So it came down to a last-minute field goal, last-second field goal,
Third string kicker.
third-string kicker, and then I believe we had, and this was the call. I pulled the call.
He sure didn't look like a third string kicker. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh, where is it? Here's the call from last night's. Chiefs win the division, by the way, with a game-ending doink field goal.
The kick will come from Matthew Wright. This is for the division, for the Chiefs. And Wright, for the division. It's the doink for the division, for the Chiefs.
Calm down.
They went thunk.
The Doink
Calm
for
down.
the division. That'd be a good radio name, too, the Doink.
Doink for the division.
It's
So
Weiss and
doink
Doink
the
in the
left,
morning.
the left crossbar bounced through for the win. Final score: KC
The final score was 19-17.
Wow.
KC 19, LA Chargers 17, and the Chiefs again. And that's like the 3rd or 4th week in a row with a weird ending.
Yeah. I was watching it
Keeping it
live and was like, man, they're on a third. They had Justin Reed, their safety, kicking off. Because I'd gone to Chiefs training camp and watched him practice, and Justin Reed, he was kicking field goals from like 40, 45 yards out. And he's like, man, if I ever get an opportunity, if there's ever a game where it's a blowout, he was like begging Andy Reid, just let me kick a field goal. And the dude's got a good leg, and he's like their starting safety. And they actually had him. It was cool to see. He was like doing the kick. He was doing good. He was kicking it into the end zone. But if you got your safety kicking off, that doesn't say a whole lot for your third string field goal kicker.
And I bring up the Chiefs for this reason. There was an article in the Post-Dispatch, the Dan Caesar media views column. Have the Kansas City Chiefs really surpassed the Cardinals in St. Louis popularity? Have the Kansas City Chiefs really surpassed the Cardinals in St. Louis popularity?
Well, it's the only team in Missouri that's given us any sort of excitement these last couple of years.
And wait till the Cardinals figure out how to get their stuff on TV so people can watch it.
I mean, do you really feel like that's a thing? Have the Chiefs surpassed the Cardinals in popularity?
Maybe
in St. Louis?
I
Cardinals
can see that
players
right
need
now.
to date a prolific icon.
You're right.
You know, and then that could be a comeback marketing.
I mean,
idea.
come on. The Cardinals have been garbage. The Blues have been underperforming for a couple seasons now. Fired a couple coaches, that whole thing. And the Chiefs have won a freaking Super Bowl and made these games exciting. So, I mean, sensibly, you would think, yeah, right now we're on a bit of a Chiefs high and everything else is low. That's okay, right?
People seem to forget that Chiefs owner Clark Hunt cast a lone dissenting vote among the 6 submitted by the NFL Stadium Committee.
Why you got to bring that up?
So that's what you would expect. It's in his best
Yeah,
interest.
he doesn't want it in the state.
That was in his best interest. Oh, and are you the one that's complaining? Person that never went to the Rams games when they weren't doing well? So, like, get out of here. It was an empty
Here it is, a
stadium.
proposal in January 2016 that the San Diego Chargers and Oakland Raiders, not the Rams, and moved to Los Angeles was stymied when Chiefs owner Clark Hunt cast the lone dissenting vote among the 6 submitted by the NFL Stadium Committee. Shortly thereafter, it was the Rams and Chargers packing their equipment.
Listen, man, we got really cool with the Battlehawk stuff. I get it, and really show that we can handle an NFL squad. But you did not represent very well the last couple of years as far as an NFL city.
Well,
And
that's not fair. Both of those teams are also in the Chiefs division. So he has to think about, like, being the biggest team, like, moving those two teams into a huge market where now the fan base, he's not going to be the biggest fan base anymore. You know, there's like, he probably was taking all that into account.
Well, listen, regardless, the Chiefs are crushing it as far as TV ratings go in St. Louis. But and Dan Caesar brings up a great point. It's you can't compare the Cardinals and the Chiefs.
No.
You can't compare TV viewership and fandom. You know, the Chiefs play once a week.
Mm-hmm.
The Cardinals play 6 times a week.
Yeah, so apples and oranges is what you're saying?
Yeah. It's an apples and oranges comparison.
Yeah.
At least there's something to be excited about in Missouri sports. You know, I mean, Mizzou's doing cool. We got a big story about what they did over the weekend, obviously. You know, like, listen, we're lucky people here.
The Cards play about 6 times a week over 6 months, often at weird times, and the vast majority of their telecasts are on a regional sports network that has had significant distribution problems. And the Chiefs are on Channel 4.
Yeah, that's the big. I mean, NFL's winning this. If MLB wants to compete, they got to figure out how to get rid of that.
1 game a week, over only 4 months, mostly at convenient viewing times, and usually on over-the-air or cable channels that are widely available.
Sure.
You think it's a TV thing, Scott? Because that's what my mom says.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to find the game anywhere unless you have the MLB app. But if you're in St. Louis, you can't watch it because they black it out. So then, where do you go find it? It's just tough to find.
You go to
how
the
to
FanDuel
watch.
Sports Network now.
And, dude, even if it was on the majors, it's a 160-game season.
Right.
Every game matters in the NFL. Every game could possibly dictate your future as far as making the playoffs or getting home field advantage or winning your division. Baseball's a slog, man. It just is. So it's like you're never going to be able to cram. They literally are playing 10 times more than the NFL.
And by the way, and people on there like, is Dan Caesar really saying the Chiefs are more? No, I think it was a very tongue-in-cheek article.
Right.
It had to do with TV ratings. And again, at the end, he says you can't compare the two. It's an apples and oranges kind of thing. Yeah, the Chiefs are on once a week. There's so many Cardinal games over 6 months.
Yeah,
and like you said,
you can't compare.
And you know the schedule. Right. Chances, if you're like, oh, I want to watch the Chiefs game, and you don't know anything about it, chances are, if you turn the TV on, surf the channels around noon to 3 or something, you're likely to catch a Chiefs game.
Yeah.
Whereas the Cardinals, like you said, even my mom, who's the most diehard Cardinal fan, wants to watch every inning. Sometimes it's like Googling things on her phone. She's 82 years old and going, Amazon.
Yeah,
what?
but how many of those games are on Amazon?
Well,
out of the 100,
more than you think. There was a couple on YouTube or something.
Yeah,
like,
out of the 162 games, how many games were not on Bally's last year or FanDuel now?
Like 10?
Yeah, there's not very many.
Not very many.
But I think it's just that extra expense too. That you're just like, man, I don't want to have to pay for this one other thing that I don't know. But how many tickets have? I wonder what the difference is. Even with the Cardinals had a little decrease this year in attendance, but I bet they still sold more tickets overall to their games than the Chiefs have.
Because it's 162 games.
Yeah.
And how many 81 home games? Of course they're going to sell more.
Which is impressive. I mean, that many games that people are still coming out all the time.
Well, I mean,
towards the end of last year. Towards the end of last season.
I
don't know
really
if I'd be bragging about those numbers.
I'm really curious to see what the numbers were for 24, or what they say the numbers were for 24.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, let's do crap on celebrities. Hey, and before we get started, congratulations to Moon for the 2 successful punk rock Christmases over the weekend.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was
Moon
a
and the entire Misfit machine.
Looked great.
big day. We had a really cool family show too, 3 p.m. You know, like it was the first time we've done like the family matinee thing for Christmas, and it was fun.
great.
A lot of kids' first concerts, so
That's
it's always
awesome.
an honor, and like really humbles us to be able to play music and be a part of somebody's first concert experience. You guys all remember your first concerts, you know what I mean? So having that kind of thing. And then the 8 p.m. show was a freaking party. It was so fun.
3 p.m. show was great. When I was walking in, and I wish I'd have got it on camera, there was a dad outside with 2 kids, and he was holding one while he was throwing up in a trash can, and the other kid with glasses on was lecturing the dad, and he goes, "I told you." I told you he couldn't handle it. And he's like, Nathan, I'm doing the best I can. And I'm like, it's clearly Dad's weekend.
And that's what
not killing it.
And listen, that's what punk rock Christmas is all
I'm
about.
like, dude, what a punk rock show. You had kids puking outside.
From candy overdose.
Nice.
Oh my
OD'd on
goodness.
candy canes or something.
So I know you guys worked very hard on it. So congratulations, Moon and
Thanks, man.
and
Appreciate that.
Tim Convey and the entire crew. Another successful year.
Cool show.
Folks. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell and Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to.
Have you been to punk rock Christmas yet?
I have not. No,
Need to go.
I'm not big into Christmas music.
Whoa.
Me too, Robert.
But I do
feel
love
ya.
punk music, so
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe it'll
awesome.
get you into
You
it.
will love
know?
it. Yeah. That's
Next year.
And Clownvis is there.
All right, so the first of many celebrity names are being attached to the alleged crimes of Diddy. We all knew this was kind of coming. The first bombshell celebrity that is alleged at this point is rapper Jay-Z. He's being named. An anonymous woman has filed a civil suit against Jay-Z. Alleging that he raped her when she was 13 years old. The accuser said Jay-Z carried out the act alongside Diddy in 2000 at the MTV Video Music Awards after party. The suit was filed in October, and his name was recently added. So this civil suit was filed in October, but had an unnamed man
Right.
attached to it. And there's a woman that's unnamed as well who is possibly well known. And so this week, actually yesterday, we found out that Jay-Z, Sean Carter,
Jay-Z,
is being listed. So Jay-Z released a statement denying all of the allegations and said, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?" He added the alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. My wife, Beyonce, and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is the age of her, with her friends, that will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at such a young age.
These are pretty lofty allegations, too. So.
Yes, they are. And a lot of people, I was reading on Twitter this morning, a lot of people are pointing out the age difference between Jay-Z and Beyonce. There's like 10 plus years of age difference.
Oh, I don't know.
And so I don't know. They're pulling at strings all over the place. Like when did they start dating? They had like a TRL episode with Carson Daly interviewing Jay-Z and Beyonce about when they started dating in like the early aughts. I don't know.
I don't know if you could put that together, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
interesting to see if there are more names to come out.
And there will be. There's going to be a lot of
And
names.
there's a lot of internet rumor about DiCaprio.
Oh,
See
really?
that name all over the place when it comes to this stuff.
Oh, no. Well, all these people went to these parties, and in fact, so there's another case. One of Diddy's many accusers has been identified
Listen, I'm not saying nothing. I just see that on the the interwebs.
Anna Kane, who's the ex-wife of NHL star Evander Kane, is one of the accusers. She's being identified now. Her identity was revealed on her own account. She filed the papers to change her Jane Doe status earlier this month after Diddy's defense team was accused of trying to intimidate anonymous accusers. Her civil lawsuit was filed last year and accuses Diddy of sex trafficking and rape in 2003 when she was only 17 years old. And Russell Brand has spoken out about attending the freak-off parties while he was still married to Katy Perry. He claimed that because he was married to Katy at the time, he only briefly joined one of those parties and that he called it a night before anything got him in trouble. He said, "I spent most of the time talking to Tom Green and I left about 7 o'clock because I was married at the time." And
Tom Green?
Tom Green was there, yeah.
Diddy, would you like some sausage?
Yeah. In other news, Guns N' Roses has confirmed plans for their long-expected world tour next year. The band announced the news using a cryptic slogan because what you want and what you get are two completely different things.
Hey, we're owed a date here.
We are owed a date. Exact dates and venues are expected to be revealed soon. And this announcement comes after Duff McKagan's recent comments about the possibility of a new album.
Hey, we're owed a date. Remember the last time they were supposed to be here? They canceled
Busch
the
Stadium.
day before.
Yeah,
They were putting up the stage and everything.
I know.
So it was a Saturday show. They canceled the Friday. Remember they were putting up the. I remember the boss going, "I think the show is going to be canceled" right after we got off the air that Friday because I was so looking forward to it.
I
Remember I was going to
know.
bring the kids and everything.
Yeah,
And I'm like, nah, yeah.
might be a different venue.
Maybe there's talk of possibly maybe Izzy Stradlin and Steven Adler being part of this new thing.
Oh, really? No Gilby Clark?
I just heard Izzy Stradlin.
Okay.
And
Let's bring everybody out.
Steven Adler, so I don't know.
In TV news, Phil Robertson of Duck Dynasty is battling Alzheimer's and blood disease. His sons say his conditions are incurable and that they're just trying to make him comfortable. He's only, he's 78. I was going to say only. That's pretty old. His son says Phil's not doing well. According to the doctors, they're sure that he has some sort of blood disease. It's causing all sorts of problems. It's causing problems with his entire body, and he has the early stages of Alzheimer's. And so you put those things together, he's just not doing well. So
You watch Duck Dynasty, anybody?
I've watched a couple episodes.
Rob, you're not a Duck Dynasty guy?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Beard envy.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't think I've watched an episode.
Oh, really? It's fun.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's hoojerific.
It seems fun.
Tonight on TV, Fox is airing the prostate cancer special, The Real Full Monty, with Anthony Anderson, Taye Diggs, Chris Jones, and James Vanderbeek. The Simpsons Fun Day football version of Monday Night Football happens tonight between the Dallas Cowboys and the Bengals, and you can see that on Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. Moving into movie news, I'm excited about this Nosferatu remake that they're doing. And it comes out on Christmas, and it's Willem Dafoe and
Looks
Lily
good.
Depp and what's his face is Pennywise the Clown's being Nosferatu.
What's his name? One of the Skarsgårds.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård, right?
Oh, Bill Skarsgård.
Opie Skarsgård.
So I'm excited about it, but PETA
Opie Skarsgård.
has made them the target. So their use of 5,000 live rats and suggesting what would cause the bubonic plague. They planned on protesting at last night's screening in LA with a giant rat and a sign that says, quote, "Rats have rights. We didn't cause the plague." It's unclear if their mission succeeded or not. And PETA says, a human is no more likely to be harmed or killed by a rat in real life than a vampire, and false portrayals of these animals
Well,
as
I'm glad
heralds of
somebody's
death
speaking up for them.
deny the viewers a chance to see how intelligent and social and affectionate they are. And they
So
add,
they're upset that even it's insinuated that the rats caused the bubonic plague?
yes, and that they did use real rats for the movie.
So what did cause the plague?
People just boning, probably. People were like all up in each other's face at that time. Dude,
Not sexually
That's
transmitted.
silly.
we watched Beetlejuice last night, and so
Loved it. Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. And there's a part they flash back to when Beetlejuice meets his ex-wife, and the doctors beaked out masks that they used, and they would stuff those beaks with herbs and like lavender because
They didn't throw up.
I had to read about back at the day. They thought, okay, if I'm smelling in plague fumes, that these the bad stuff's going to hit these herbs, and then the good smell is going to cancel out the fumes of the plague, and that's why the doctors had those beak-like masks on.
It was also because like dead bodies were everywhere.
Yeah.
And it
Like to keep them from
stunk.
throwing up. It was basically just like putting mint.
It's wild
And
and
So
terrifying.
what caused the plague, PETA?
I don't know, man.
Rats have rights
Not these
too.
rats, though. They got rights.
Fleas. Infected fleas.
Said puppies, according
Bubonic
to
plague is
Fleas.
caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis and is spread through the bite of infected fleas.
Well, it's finally rats getting their due, getting their names cleared.
Yeah. Heard it here
But here
first.
comes Fleta, and they're not going to like this.
Eddie Murphy's son Eric is marrying Martin Lawrence's daughter Jasmine, and during a recent interview, Martin
Like
Lawrence
the
said
funniest
that
baby ever.
I hope so. Said that Eddie Murphy is keeping his wallet closed to pay for the ceremony and reception. Here is Martin Lawrence revealing that Eddie Murphy told him that he has to pay for their kid's wedding.
Well, Eddie said I got to pay for it because he paid for his last daughter's wedding, like the last 6 weddings. So
What they got to do with you?
but he said it's my turn now. So,
Oh, yeah, so you can feel it.
and so I don't mind.
Did Martin Lawrence have a stroke?
That's what was rumored, right?
He's talking a little. You get that, Rob? A little
Yeah.
slower.
Yeah, I had that medical issue a few years ago.
Was it a stroke though?
People speculated. Katie Holmes is shutting down rumors about her daughter Suri Cruise becoming a millionaire after her trust fund from Tom Cruise kicked in. She said enough as she captioned a post on her Instagram Sunday with a screenshot of the report from the Daily Mail that said Suri Cruise is a millionaire. Tom Cruise's trust fund kicked in, and mom's Katie Holmes has one for her too, the headline reads. And Katie says, completely false. Daily Mail, you can stop making stuff up. Katie has been famously protective of her daughter after her high-profile divorce from Tom in 2012.
Tom's a good dad.
No, they don't talk, right?
I don't know.
Does he even see his kids?
She is a
don't know.
oppressive. She's an OP, oppressive person.
Oh, that's
One
right.
that's
She's not a
not in
Scientologist.
Scientology is an OP.
I was on Instagram this weekend and popped up a little shot of Tom Cruise in Cocktail with Elizabeth Shue. Man, I used to be in love with Tom Cruise in the 80s and 90s, and I miss that.
We all were.
I know.
We all were in love with Tom Cruise.
He had it made.
I still love Tom Cruise.
Me too.
It's just weird now.
I know he's a weirdo, but
He always gets
he's
the
the
pass.
last movie star, man.
He is. He really is the last movie star.
You know what? I got my New York Times yesterday, and they always put a little magazine in there about movies and whatnot. And they had Robert Pattinson on the cover, and that said, the last movie star. And I go, what?
No, Tom Cruise.
Robert Pattinson?
You know why Tom Cruise is the last movie star? Because we know stuff about him. We don't know that much.
Yep.
There's
He's
still
the last one that's still shrouded in a little bit of
mystery.
enigma.
So you could say like, oh, George Clooney and Brad Pitt. No, we know too much about them.
Yeah.
We know too much about them.
Too many
Tom Cruise
lawsuits.
doesn't tweet.
No, he doesn't. That's a fact.
He also has so much like creative control. You know what I mean? Like he's doing his own stunts. He's rewriting scripts. He's lecturing the crew during his movies about work ethic, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like
and
the
you
guy
re-
has complete creative control.
Well, and you rarely see him doing other things.
no, there's no Tom Cruise vodka.
Well, every once in a while you see him out at like a sporting event. Every
Olympics.
once in a while.
Which is usually in the ramp up for a promo.
a
for a movie.
promo thing.
For sure.
The
But you
dude
never
is,
see him out at a restaurant.
he is the actor
What does he do all day?
of the century.
Scientology stuff.
Yeah, I assume they keep him in a glass case where he's just stuck in like a laugh face.
Yeah, and his
With the
voice.
glasses.
Like
His
frozen
voice
like
probably
Han
sounds
Solo.
like
He's
mine.
frozen like carbonite, but it's laughing like you know that Tom Cruise like bucktooth laugh, and
Yeah.
he's just frozen. And when Scientology needs some money, he comes out of his little
Mr.
hyperbaric
Freeze.
Make another
chamber.
movie.
And think about this too. Like, never mind the things that the ex-wives probably have to sign. You know, but there's never a story. Like, not an actor, not a comedian, nothing that goes on some sort of thing is like, oh yeah, me and Tom Cruise were hanging out and Tom said this, or you know, Tom did this. Like, there's not a story
Very
out
rarely.
there past
Very
like
rarely.
his early 20s or teenage years or something. There's no like,
Rarely.
oh yeah, me and Tom were hanging at his house or we were having dinner. When do you hear that?
You don't.
And is it because it does not happen, or is it because everyone in his sphere is under an NDA?
Right. I think it's
I think
that.
it's
I think it's that.
I think it's NDA, and they know that the church will sue him. And it's not worth
I
it.
still want to kick it with him.
Yeah.
What?
I'd like to meet him.
Just because
love to
it's a
meet him.
secret,
Just
right?
because it's, I don't know what's going on.
Right. I want to know what's up.
I want to know. I got the privilege of going on a couple of dates with his former assistant,
What?
and she was an awesome gal from England, and she would never like she didn't talk. Like, you would ask questions, and it'd just be like, "Oh, he's a good guy." Like, she just wouldn't say anything about it.
Yeah, it's definitely an
I'm
NDA
like, man,
situation.
I want to know.
Did she look suspiciously like Tom Cruise in a wig by any chance?
Yeah, was she hot?
Maybe.
Did you ask like, hey, if I get to a fifth
He's a
date,
good guy.
will I get something?
Yeah, is that, I should have asked that. I didn't know
Information-wise?
the number. Yeah.
The ruby red slippers from the Wizard of Oz have been sold at auction. We're going to go around the room. How much do you think the ruby slippers went that Judy Garland wore?
Oh,
for the
probably
movie.
the most iconic movie.
These are the actual ones because
Prob-
I know there's like fakies.
Yeah, these are the actual ones that she wore.
What was the projected last week? It was like 1.8 mil or something.
Yeah, it was definitely going to go over $1 million. And it did.
I'll say 10 mil.
10 mil. Moon.
That's the
quintessential
that is
movie
the
item.
movie prop.
And they
Yeah,
were
but-
stolen away.
but I'm
you know.
not sure this is the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Rubies
things are weird right
A
now.
rough economy, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
But Rich, that doesn't affect somebody who would buy this.
This is the most valuable piece of movie memorabilia that has ever been sold at auction.
I'll say 2. Oh, the most valuable ever. Oh, gee whiz. Oh, okay. He's 10 million. I'll say 4.8 million.
How much? What did you say?
4.8.
Are you eating jelly? Are you eating clonfish jelly beans?
You're eating clown
Come on, put the jelly beans down for
4.8.
God's
Christmas
sake.
beans, ladies and
Christmas
gentlemen.
beans, you got some?
Clownfish Christmas
He's
beans.
eating clonfish Christmas
We're just gonna
beans
round up and say
in the middle of
5.
a conversation.
What do you think, Robert?
Let's go 5.9.
Okay, 5.9. Rafe Dean.
I don't think it's that high. I'm gonna say 3.5.
All right.
3.5
Said it's
mil.
the most expensive.
Most valuable.
Golly, I would figure this something would have gone way higher. I'll just go ridiculous. I'll say 12 mil.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to one of you in this room for being closest without going over. And that man is.
Thank you very much.
No, it is King Scott.
Oh my gosh, dude! You're the best
You
at this
are the
game.
best.
How close was he?
Well, he was way off, but $28 million.
Come on, man!
28
I didn't
mil.
go over,
Holy
guys.
hell.
$28 million.
What nobody knows is she was famous for having stinky feet.
Yeah, they smell really bad. Plantar
The
fasciitis.
Velcro doesn't even
She had
work
plantar
anymore. on him.
fasciitis.
They smell
She
like
did.
popcorn.
Who bought? It doesn't
Doesn't say.
Yeah, it's just auction.
That's, man.
Tom Cruise
Imagine
bought it.
having 28 mil for some
Stinky
old
shoes.
stinky shoes.
It's an investment.
The socks went for $28.
I got
Just
to
like
see
my
them.
Pez collection.
I was at the Smithsonian in 2016 in DC, and I went to, I think it was the American History Museum of Smithsonian, whatever the hell it's called, and walked in, and I was very moved. I don't know if it was like the ones that she wore, but it was one of the 4 that were used for the film. And to be a little girl and wanting to be Dorothy my whole life, like to see them in person was so
Hey,
freaking cool.
Parents out there, is The Wizard of Oz something you still show the kids?
Yeah.
Do parents still show their kids The Wizard of Oz?
I
I just
hope
watched
so.
that one movie recently.
Did
Based on it.
are those still there? The Smithsonian ones?
I don't know. I don't know if these are the ones that were. I don't know if it was like a traveling.
I remember when they started talking about these going to auction, that they are not the same ones from the Smithsonian. But
I
I
see.
wonder if those are
Okay.
still.
These are the real deal ones.
These
though.
are the real
They're
deal.
made right here in the U.S. and A's.
And just
you said these were stolen, right? These are
These
the
were
stolen.
These
stolen
were
like 20
stolen
years
from
ago.
from a Wizard of Oz museum.
in Minnesota.
Yeah,
So, what?
and recovered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. So the Minnesota Museum gets the money here.
I don't know, but no. Usually with the museum stuff, they're lent.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like they're lent by a private
Oh,
owner.
right.
Picked out of their belly
I told you,
buttons.
man. I know that I met that guy up in. Was that Minnesota? It might have been Minnesota, somewhere up north, where we spent the night. We crashed on his couches, and he came out with the freaking spears
Yeah.
from the flying monkeys.
Amazing.
and it
That's
was
amazing.
pretty cool to hold that.
This article says just the fees were $4.5 million. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
total price was 32.5.
Damn.
Holy smokes.
Man.
Just the fees to the auction house was over $4 million.
That's wild.
Collecting things is worth it.
And finally, tons of actors have played Santa Claus in movies. There is a top 10 Santas on film. I have a list. Who comes to mind when you think of actors who have played Santa Claus in movies?
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen is the number 1 on this
What was
list.
the-
Russell.
Kurt
Yeah,
Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell's number
awesome.
5.
That
That was
movie
in the
was
Christmas
great.
Yeah,
Chronicles.
Kurt
Yeah,
Russell should be higher.
Both
on
those
that.
movies are good. The
Oh, yeah,
Christmas
there's
Chronicles.
two.
Yeah.
I wish Goldie Hawn
Excellent.
and Kurt Russell were Santa and
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus.
He was a great Santa Claus.
He's probably my favorite, I think.
All right, so who's number 2?
This is from 1994, Miracle on 34th Street, Richard Attenborough.
Oh, that guy's a great Santa
He's a
Claus.
great Santa.
We said Tim Allen was number 1.
Yeah, Tim Allen's number 1. Who else? I mean, there's some that come to mind that maybe are like Billy Bob Thornton, Bad Santa, number 9.
Ed Asner.
Ed Asner is number 3.
I think here.
Who else?
Artie Lang.
Artie Lang from Elf.
Yeah,
No
that
Artie
should be
Lang on this
there. That's a
list.
top 5 for sure.
I mean, you're going to say the random actor's name from Christmas Story that nobody knows?
Oh, yeah.
No.
The guy that boots him down the slide?
No, like if I told you The Nightmare Before Christmas, that was obviously animated. Ed Ivory plays that Santa, so
Oh,
nobody's going to
just
know
about to say
that.
that
course,
name.
Ed
Damn it.
Ives, is Bro Ives in this?
J.K. Simmons plays Santa in Claus from 2019. That was also another animated film. David Harbour from Violent Night in 2022.
Oh,
Great movie, by the way.
Really?
Mel Gibson and Fat Man.
Fat Man was
No,
awesome.
no Mel
Another great
Gibson on
movie.
this list.
Whoa,
Rob, have you seen Violent Night?
Yes. with
Great,
David Harbour.
right?
I thought of one.
Fantastic.
Go.
Paul Giamatti.
No.
What was he? When was he Santa Claus?
The one with Vince Vaughn where he was Santa's brother. What was that called?
4 Christmases.
Ed Claus or something like that?
oh yeah,
They did a-
Fred Claus.
Fred Claus, yeah.
They did a Billions Christmas special.
No, you never saw Fred Claus?
No.
Where
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob
sure he
Thornton.
said that.
Oh, sorry.
Is that around the same time that Michael Keaton was Jack Frost and murdering people
Oh,
as a
boy.
snowman? Right? Is that movie?
Oh, wait. You're talking about the murderous Jack Frost from the 90s?
Yeah, wasn't Michael Keaton
Yeah.
in that?
I think you're
Oh
right.
yeah.
That was
Did,
awful.
How about
I forgot all about that movie,
Yeah.
dude.
He wasn't the murderous one. Michael Keaton, I think, was in the nice Jack Frost.
Oh, he was a
Oh.
good one?
Where
Oh,
he was like playing with his son.
But the murderous Jack Frost film is worth a
Yes.
watch because it's so stupid.
Those are
It's
different
really
films.
dumb.
though.
It's
He's like killing people
hilarious.
with carrots and stuff.
Jeez. No, how about Ken Hudson? Campbell.
No, I'm just going to give you the last two because
Why don't you
we're
just tell us?
we're in a hole. Edmund Gwenn, who was back in the 1947 version
Eddie
of Miracle
Gwenn.
on 34th Street, and then our beloved Tom Hanks in the Polar Express. You guys, he was
Santa
number
in
4, but the number 1 Santa on screen is Tim Allen in the Santa Claus, and that is your crap on celebrities.
Celebrities celebrating a birthday today. Simon Helberg from The Big Bang Theory is 44. Jesse Metcalf from Desperate Housewives in Dallas is 46. One of the biggest influences on my entire musical career, one of my favorite people
Thank
ever,
you.
is Imogen Heap. She is 47. The person that plays Michelle on 24, that's a show that I want to get into. I keep trying to start it, and it's...
Yeah,
Not for me
it's
yet.
okay the first couple seasons. Then, enough.
The early hours are good.
Rayco Aylesworth is 42. Trey Cool is, 52. Trey Cool from Green Day is 52. Jacob Dylan, Bob's talented son, lead singer of Wallflowers, is 55. Kurt Angle, former WWE superstar, is 56. Felicity Huffman, inmate 77-806-1112, is 62. Donny Osmond is 67. John Malkovich, 71. Michael Dorn. Dorn, get in front of that ball. That's Worf from Star Trek, is 72. Jeff Bridges' brother Bo is 83.
Also a very accomplished actor.
Yep.
And Dame Judi Dench is 90 years old. Congratulations.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Kylie Reese. And today's birthday girls are in 369 fine films, including American Horror Story, Ass for Days 6, Battle Bang 4, Broke Down Bitches 4, Diesel Dongs 12, It's Okay, She's My Stepdaughter 2 and 5, Old Geezers, Young Teasers 2, Suburban Sex Party 6, and Who Can Forget a Roll? In 2014's, this is Scott's favorite movie of all time,
Oh, yeah.
Throat Assassins.
Oh my gosh, we know
Wow.
we know a Kylie Reese. Please, what's her age?
Wow.
Oh no!
Kylie Reese is
Oh, no.
at
Oh,
birthday,
no.
39 years old. Is that in the pocket?
That's really close. That's
Well,
really
let's see.
close.
Somebody
looks like-
needs to text somebody.
Let's see what she looks like.
Oh no.
That's Kylee.
Okay, that's not the same one.
Okay,
Thank
sure?
goodness. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Let's see what she looks like.
Well, we can't unless you want naughtiness on the
Let's
screen.
go. Let's go with the naughtiness.
Don't turn
Well,
around,
it's naughty
Robert.
night.
Okay.
Robert, you'll lose your
Robert?
you'll be stripped of your
That's what she
kickball belt.
looks
Oh my
like.
God.
That's what her and
Don't
all
turn
her,
around, Robert.
That's what her and her friends look like.
Good Lord.
That's not my friend.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. She is naughty, and she's getting nothing.
She does
for
live in
Christmas.
L.A. and we don't know what she does for a living.
That.
No.
Looks like she sells kielbasa's.
Nope. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with your sex time fun facts. A disturbing number of singles hope to hook up in their childhood bed this month. Best city for singles in America, where does St. Louis fall in? And the top 10 places Americans fantasize about having sex. All that and more. Sex time fun facts next. Remember I was asking last week, hey, do I get my wife a Christmas present? We're getting a new bathroom. Doesn't that count?
Right. Did she hear the show?
Yeah, she did.
Oh no.
You were in Florida. She goes, oh, you podcast, remember? God damn it. I know one guy that is probably good with a Christmas present. Like, he's fine.
Hey, what was the verdict?
Yeah. What's up?
She yelled at me, and I shut my ears off. I don't know.
So you are doing gifts?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, man.
Yes, we are.
Great. Got a couple of weeks.
Yes, we are. But this guy, I think this guy is good. Headline, man severely injured protecting wife from early morning polar bear ambush.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this guy jumped. This guy,
This counts as your Christmas gift.
that's what I would be yelling. That's what I would be yelling as soon as I get out of the hospital. This is a wild story. So this guy was seriously injured after he jumped onto a polar bear to protect his wife. Of course, Canadian couple, because this is not this doesn't happen in Festus.
Anymore.
Well,
I could see that.
never say never, bud.
These are not Farmington problems. These are Canadian problems. If you live in Canada, this is a problem. So, Canadian couple, they leave their home around 5 o'clock in the morning last Tuesday to look for their dog outside, where they were met with a polar bear just hanging out in their driveway. Again, this is not a Herculaneum problem. This is not a De Pere problem.
No.
This is a Canada problem. So, polar bear just sitting there on the driveway. The bear, so I guess the wife sees it first. She goes, startled. She slips on the driveway. Polar bear goes, nom, 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 nom.
There's a seal.
Nom, 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 nom. So the polar bear is about to pounce. So according to the local police report, the woman slipped to the ground as her husband leaps onto the animal to prevent its attack. The bear then attacked the guy. Serious injuries, non-life-threatening though. I mean, mauled the hell out of his arms and legs.
Oh, my Lord.
The polar bear was like, I'm going to help that lady up.
Yeah,
Hey, man, what's your problem? Like, he was a cool-ass polar bear.
Yeah, nobody asked the polar bear what his
he's like,
intentions
hey,
were.
don't start none, won't be none, homeboy. Maybe the man just preemptive attack. Oh, that lady fell. That's sad. I'm going to help her up.
So luckily, a neighbor heard a commotion outside. Neighbor runs out with a gun, shoots the polar bear. He comes out with a shotgun, shoots the polar bear multiple times. The polar bear runs into the woods.
Well, you know, that's what they say. Black, fight back. Brown, lie down. White, good night.
Good night.
That's the code for bears, because polar bear, unless you have a shotgun on you, sober.
Yeah.
Sober.
Well, the polar bear went up dying in the woods.
Oh, man.
I know. I know.
They're endangered.
Do you know what's the creepiest thing ever? When I was up in Alaska.
Are they?
Yeah, man.
Last time I was up in Alaska, they took us to this restaurant that has it's a grizzly polar bear cross, which I guess happens very, very rarely. Very rarely.
So a
But it
grizzly
is-
bear got with a polar bear.
I guess
made
so.
love.
And it was shot, and it was a really big deal because you can't hunt those things. Like there's very few of them, but look that up. Maybe one of the scariest looking animals you'll ever
Well,
see.
Gollard?
I don't know. This is a polar bear grizzly.
Even at the
cross.
zoo, last time we were at the zoo, they had the polar bear exhibit right up, almost right when you walk in.
Yeah.
And those things are massive.
They're little, not little, but their paws are so cute.
Oh, one swipe. I mean,
Yeah.
phew. So
Grizzly bears aren't small either, man. That'd be a little love.
what's bigger, a
connection.
grizzly or a polar bear?
Polars are much bigger.
Polar, yeah.
So a
Polars are-
scientist,
Grizzlies probably way more, but polars are bigger.
a scientist from from Polar Bear International says that polar bears rarely attack humans, typically only do so because they're hungry or young. And they said if you are ever cornered by a polar bear, listen up, guys.
Okay.
If you're ever cornered by a polar bear,
Get right with the
do
Lord.
not play dead. Do not.
Get a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
They said, do not play dead. That's the worst thing you could do. They said, you fight as long as you can.
Cool.
Yeah, right. I'm gone in
Square up.
2 seconds.
Yeah, you got to hope a neighbor has a shotgun.
You got to square up on that thing.
What?
Bob and weave, dude.
Dance off?
Huh?
You want to dance off?
Yeah. I'm on a breakdance fight. You challenge a polar bear, little known fact, you challenge a polar bear to a breakdance fight, it's like Rumpelstiltskin. They cannot refuse. But they've been on the ice, and they can moonwalk like a mofo, so be ready. If you can't do it, if you head spin, they're going to win.
What's that? What kind of karate does Steven Seagal do?
Aikido.
Steven. It's just
Polar
called
bear.
Steven.
You slap at the polar bear, and he just flips over for you. He's like, technically, I
I want
have
to
to
see
let
Steven
you
Seagal
fight
fight a polar bear
Me too.
with a keto.
He looks like a polar bear. You know how people look like animals?
Yeah, dude, polar bears, man, way bigger.
Dude, they're way
I had
bigger.
no
They're
clue.
enormous.
Way bigger.
Males
so
are
freaking
1,700 pounds, while adult male grizzlies weigh up to 700. So they weigh 1,000 more pounds.
They're so
Let's go to
big.
the zoo and
That's
just stare at the
over
polar
twice
bears,
the
'cause they're
size of a
wild.
grizzly
I mean,
bear.
huge. Those
Dude,
things
go,
are tremendous.
if you get lucky, and he's not even a giant one, but if you go and you see him, whatever his name was, Koa or Kai.
At the zoo?
Yeah, the one that we have. If he's close to the glass, you'll actually get to see. This is a bear that
We
you
did.
not anticipate being that big.
It was right up on the glass.
Dude, they're 10 feet tall.
Yeah, because
on their back legs.
we always see pictures of them where on sheets of ice, just
and
walking.
drinking Pepsis or Coca-Colas, whatever.
Yeah, but
wearing
like-
scarves.
Charmin bears.
Like, there's no context because there's never going to be a
there
video.
is no scale.
There's never going to be a video of a polar bear walking and a human being in the frame.
Or
Do
like a
polar
mailbox.
bears wear scarves?
Well, here's the little chart. I always look this up when we talk about bears. Like the
They're-
average person.
Yeah, the average person's shoulders at his butt.
Man, but you're
Like
right.
at his
That
tail.
hybrid.
That means
is
if you
the
slide
coolest.
under, you could. If it's a male, you could just go full Dumb and Dumber on his sack. Just He's like, this guy's crazy.
So hey, ladies, is this guy off the hook for a Christmas present?
Hell yeah, this
He's
dude's
good.
hot as hell.
I mean, the neighbor's off the hook.
Well, no, the fact that this guy hopped on to save his wife.
It's amazing.
That's wild, man.
To save his wife.
Where at in Canada? To say what town?
Yeah, we're
It was in
boots.
Ontario. I don't know, somewhere in Ontario.
Because I'm like, how far south do these things go?
Polar bears?
Do they get into the United States? They get into like upper Montana?
Like
It's warmer the low.
It's
the
got to be
south
like
they
way
go.
up in
Yeah.
Canada, right?
the northern part of.
Somewhere in Ontario.
Damn.
They had the name. It was
Reasons
something I
not to
couldn't
move to
pronounce.
Ontario.
They said by 2050, 2/3 of the polar bears are going to be gone. So
Where
they
are
are
they going?
endangered. They're all dying. Remember in An Inconvenient Truth when Al Gore put that out? I went to go see it in theaters in like 2003 or 4, whenever it came out. And he tells you at the end about how the polar bears are dying because the ice caps are melting. I mean, I was a mess.
Yeah, I've been watching a few docs.
Been worried about them this whole time.
26,000.
I've been watching a few docs that are talking
Canada?
about, and it's showing them, and they're like
Polar bears?
super frail.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no like hunting ground, all the ice is gone in certain
Right.
places, and they look like crap.
They said 2/3 will be gone in 2050.
Yeah.
There's only 26,000 now. So that's what?
One less.
So here's
Like 8,000 left by then?
Yeah.
here is the furthest south that they say that there are dens for polar bear, and that's much further south than I
James
was
Bay,
anticipating. But that's way up in Ontario. That's up by Hudson.
Yeah.
They could vacation in Minnesota if they really wanted, but
If they wanted to.
Right.
Just in like
They could probably go
February.
glacier.
I'm curious if that'll happen, though. If because of the ice caps and because of their habitat, if they're going to start
Coming south?
dipping south.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. If they're smart, they would.
Not a bad idea.
A lot of food down here. It's a little easier down here than up there.
Well,
I don't know what they're thinking.
let's hope they don't catch word. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't let them know.
What if one wanders down here and is like, what the hell? It's so nice down here. He's like,
Yeah.
Why am I so angry?
what were we doing up there?
It's a cold.
I've been floating around.
They're gonna have to share territory with all those grizzlies that are in BC.
Well,
like there's grizzly. This is
Grizzlies are gonna
grizzly
have to-
heaven.
Grizzlies are
dude.
going to have to be cool with it.
All right, listen. We got to put a capper on 6-time fun facts. Rafe?
Here's one way to scare off a polar bear. If it's attacking your wife, pull down your pants and show them that you're wearing this. The Rock Hard Rudy G-string.
Just in time for the holidays.
That's right, 4.4 out of 5 stars, $19.99 on Amazon and AdamandEve.com.
Look at the
Shake.
tight buns on this guy.
He does have some buns on him. Shake your rock hard Christmas cheer. Order now. Hurry. Quantities are limited. Make Christmas come every day in this cheeky reindeer G-string. The soft, stretchy pouch in front has extra room inside, so you can sport a serious Yule log. You'll both get a kick of how it fills out Rudolph's features, from his antlers to his googly eyes and all the way to his big, bright, red nose. Stretchy red straps support you and let you show off your sexy buns. Strut out wearing nothing but a G-string or wear it under your Santa uniform for a wild reveal. Fits waist 30 to 38.
Nice.
Let's get to some reviews. Here, why don't you read this first review? Robert,
oh,
I'll give you the honors. Lean
All
in,
right.
bud.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is your big moment.
This is 5 out of 5 stars. Riding Santa's sleigh. It's a one-time, 1-minute, once-in-a-lifetime gift. I bought this to see the type of guy I was dating. I laughed and made my own heart happy to hopefully have this actually worn by my boyfriend. Weeks of thinking of what to say, trying to make it sensually appealing. It was strapped on. Laughing, I asked, "May I have a ride on Santa's slong?" Not what I rehearsed, but it worked. If this is found 6 years from now in a crawl space or behind a broken dryer, it was a good buy. Very fun.
5 out of 5 stars. Hey, why don't you read another one there, Rob?
In a crawl space.
job,
Here you go,
man.
bud. There's the
Oh,
rest
man,
of
another
them.
one, all right? All right, another 5 out of 5. It's a verified buyer. That's good.
cool.
This product is awesome. Fits great, comfortable, and funny. I surprised my wife by having it on when she got out of the shower. She absolutely loved it. And the other products I received with it.
Received with it. It was a typo.
Yeah, that doesn't look right. Yeah, I got you. And the other products I received with it definitely came in handy. That was by Nice Package 78.
All right.
Nice Package 78. Hey, wait, you were born in 78, weren't
Yeah,
you?
I was. So were you.
Yeah, it could have been. Honestly, inconclusive.
And finally, Rob.
All right, the last one. Only 3 out of 5 stars. Another verified buyer. One of these eyes immediately fell off as I was taking it out of the package. Not sure which package. It's a great novelty item, but the quality needs to be a little bit better.
All right. That's from Camper Chris.
Camper Chris.
All right, well, there you go. That's the Rock Hard Rudy G-String, just in time for the holidays, the sex toy of the week.
Well done, man. Nicely done.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with some of those emails. It is 9:10.
Dorn, good times.
I got time for a couple emails. Show1057thepoint.com or send your instant feedback to the 1057 The Point mobile app.
Email is brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. We'll start in entertainment reviews. This
Okay.
person says, hello, radio people. I need your opinion on something. I have been a lifelong football fan, but I don't really have a team. I just really enjoy a great game. My wife recently became this huge bandwagon Chiefs fan, but hated football for the last 15 years we've been together. Now, every Chiefs game, I have to listen to her scream and holler like it's the last Super Bowl in the land of time, to the point where I want to stab her. Just kidding. I love her with all my heart. That being said, do I embrace her newfound love for the Chiefs, or do I block out her diehard tomahawk chants every Kansas City game? 4 out of 5 stars. Thanks for the morning entertainment, Enrique.
All right, so you're looking for a new NFL team
Yeah.
to root for? Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll spin a wheel of NFL teams, and whatever this lands on,
You have to buy
you
the
are-
jerseys today.
This is binding.
Okay.
Here we go. You are a fan of... That's the wheel spinning bubble.
Oh, this is exciting.
You are an Oakland No, they're Las Vegas now. You are a Las Vegas Raiders fan.
You
which
are a
will-
Raiders fan.
Totally pissed off your Chiefs fan wife.
Yeah, which is a rival to the Chiefs. So
Congratulations.
now you're a Raiders fan.
The Raiders have a brand new fan.
Congratulations on a sweet logo and cool jackets.
And never-ending disappointment.
Yeah.
Learn, do you have a team?
Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
Please. I'm
Rob, do you have a
married
team?
in.
Yeah, Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans.
Sorry to hear that.
After the Rams left, I tried to root for someone close. Sorry, I tried the Chiefs, just didn't feel right.
Okay.
And
You can leave, though, if you want.
I could.
Oh, you're a Titans fan.
What do you like about the? Was it
That's
Tim
cool.
Tebow?
That makes sense.
No.
Those,
not Tim Tebow.
Broncos. Derrick Henry. when
Oh,
he was
you
a
like Derrick
rookie.
Henry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Nashville's a fun city. It's close,
Scott?
drivable.
That makes sense. That's what my
Okay,
argument. for the
that is a
Chiefs.
good. Okay, fine.
My argument for the Chiefs is always like geographically, just get over it, and also like they're winning right. What a good time to get in, because
No, you can't get in now. The door's closed. You're a bandwagon fan if you jump in now.
well, I mean, if you got in when the Rams left, I feel like you get grandfathered in on that.
Can you jump in to be a Chiefs fan now?
I say get on. If your wife's on board, it's something that you guys could have in common. It's something you can go do together.
But he's a
and enjoy.
lifelong Raiders fan now.
Yeah.
He's a
I don't know
5-minute
why
Raider
he
fan.
needed. I don't know why you didn't just do it to begin with. Like it's a great time. Good time to root for a team is when they're winning,
Yeah,
because there's
Scott.
going to be years they're not.
Scott, do you need a team?
I do. Let's give me a team.
All right, let's see what.
All right.
All right, here's Scott. King Scott's new team.
Let's do it.
We're handing out teams here.
Okay, I can't wait.
You are a Pittsburgh Steelers
Oh,
fan.
what a
yeah.
Oh boy.
What
How do
a
you spell that? I'll go
disappointment.
get a jersey right now.
D-U-M-B.
All right.
He just got Terry Bradshaw's face tattooed on his ass.
So cool.
Next.
Howdy, Riz Show.
Hello.
I learned today that Bev and Bob are on Apple Music. So I blessed my coworkers with that, and at the end of Santa Baby, there was a long silence. So me being an elder millennial, I got excited for a hidden track. There's no hidden track. Just 1 minute and 12 seconds of silence. Somehow that entertained me more than that entertained me more than there being a hidden track. Thought you guys would enjoy that Hollis
Wait,
in
so
Boston.
Bev and Bob have.
Bev and Bob are on Apple Music, dude.
Cute.
How cool is that? I just thought that was great. We haven't updated about them in some time.
And they have a track where they just forgot to cut it off.
Yeah,
there's
a minute and 12
of silence.
silence.
That's just,
Next.
I know I'm emailing you guys super late. I apologize. This came in very late last night. But I'm curious. If you guys know, what the heck is this? I let my dog out around 1:30 a.m. and there appears to be a drone flying right outside my apartment. It's flying all around. I attached a video of it.
What?
It has red and green flashing lights and it's making a loud whizzing sound. It kept moving around in a weird pattern as I was staring at it like a dumbass. I live alone and this definitely freaked me
How
out.
much
LOL.
meth did you smoke before you took the dog?
I live in Maryland.
Santa's drone.
I live in Maryland Heights. So I was wondering if anybody knows anything about this and why it's happening. Please give me an explainable reason, or if I should be more freaked out. And for the record, I am under I'm under no influence, and I'm not a paranoid person. Just watch the video. So yeah,
So 1 o'clock in the morning?
yep. Came out to let the dog out. Apartment complex in Maryland Heights.
You got the vid?
Got a drone all around his apartment. I mean, it's just a drone flying over the apartment complex.
Red
One-
and green lights, though.
I think this is a
1:30 in the
girl,
morning.
by the way.
Oh, I didn't see this
Wow.
the signature.
Well, always carry a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Always a good
Scott
thing.
always says that. You have the video?
I do. Hang on a second.
Pulling
What do you think it could be?
Well, I'm worried because this is I know this sucks, but it's like I think this is a female listener. When I first thought, I read
really?
this
It's a
morning,
unisex
I was
name.
like, it is, but I recognize the last name, and I've met her.
Oh, it is red and green.
Well, yeah,
it could
that's-
be Santa.
Oh yeah, that's
Right. That
Let's
could
not
be.
dismiss
It
that.
could be pervs, or it could be
or Santa. Or Santa being a perv.
It could be that.
That is very strange.
I mean, it could. I mean, it
that
could
looks
be.
like it could be in the sky, dude. You sure you weren't high when you took this vid? That looks very far away.
No, that looks pretty close.
I mean, it's
Okay.
only a few hundred yards up there. Maybe 100 yards.
Ooh, that is strange.
So, I mean, it could be something as simple as a business that's, getting some night shots of their business or something, or
That's
some of the
weird.
lights.
Or a pervert in your apartment building.
Yeah.
Or Amazon.
Or-
You
yeah,
really
or-
think a lot of yourself, huh? That the drone is there for you?
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
So, what point is it okay to
Get
knock it
over
down?
yourself.
Knock it down?
Yeah, if you see it in your yard and it's above your house, is it okay to get rid of it?
Apartment complex, so you have fewer options, I suppose.
No.
If a drone was over your yard. There
We
it
know what
goes.
he's going to do.
We're getting a new drone.
There we go.
Get the dog ready to
Got it.
retrieve it because it's about to come down. What would you do?
I'm going inside.
It's over your yard. It's 1:30 in the morning. You're just going to let a drone, somebody.
That's why my
Yeah,
window shades drawn.
but I'm just saying, somebody's operating a camera outside.
I'd be freaked out. Of course I would. What can the cops do about it?
Oh, probably nothing.
They
Nothing.
can shoot it down and then get the serial number, find out who's flying it.
Right. But
Everybody has one of those.
by the
net-
time the cops come, that
Those-
thing gone.
Everybody has one of those GI Joe net guns, right? It's like a bazooka. It goes,
Yeah.
sends the net out.
Yes.
What
Yeah,
am I
get
going
it?
to do? I mean, I'd be freaked out. Yes, of course I would be freaked out.
I guess you could.
That's my machine gun. All right, listen, we got to take a break. Scott, what would you do?
I was just say you could always just put on an all black outfit and go sneak around because the pilot's got to be around pretty close.
That's right, yes.
And
Something to
then
do.
go to
Find the pilot, hunt down the pilot.
All right, we'll come back. Moon's got a quick sports report. It's 9:27. It is Monday. Traffic and weather. One final look. Moon coming at
That's
you.
what you do. You hold up a big sign right towards it that says, "I'm coming for you." Just-
I know who you are.
as soon as it turns,
Oh, yeah.
bye.
Somebody said, what if it's a security drone? If you live in an apartment complex.
Could be.
What do you mean a
They
security
have
drone?
security
It's flashing?
drones.
Yeah, they have that now.
What do you mean? It just sits up? Oh, like the security guard.
Yeah, security.
Has it to go check stuff
security
out?
for the building.
Oh, that sounds kind of cool.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for your
Actually,
safety.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
more protected.
Yeah.
Baby girl, this is a security drone.
Oh, yeah. Leave your windows open
Why
so you
does
can
it-
make sure you're safe in there.
Why does it have a Brazzers sticker on it?
Stop it.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
7,000 emails telling us you cannot shoot down drones.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't do that.
It's a joke.
Prove it.
Yeah, don't do as we say.
And Steph checking in here, the drone, and then I guess up in Maryland Heights. Could be police. We use drones all the time to look for suspects or missing person/kids. Or, like I said, it could be a pervert, but usually police.
Okay.
No way to tell.
Don't do that to the drones,
No.
okay? Now you know. All right, here's sports. That wasn't sports.
I got a new intro.
That wasn't sports.
That's so tight.
It's the last week of the show.
I know, we are
last
over
week
it.
of shows, guys. Here we go. There, sports.
Brought to you by Jack and Coke, the popular cocktail now available in ready-to-drink cans. From STLtoday.com, they stormed the court named for Norman Stewart. Norm Stewart, the coach who hates Kansas enough not to spend a single dime in it. Missouri spent instead 38 minutes and 13 seconds in front of the number 1 Jayhawks and beat them on Sunday in basketball. An upset for the ages. Unranked Mizzou taking down top-ranked Kansas.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Final score of the 271st Border War is Missouri 76 and Kansas 67. Quote, I got upset at the announcer's table for making an announcement to tell our fans not to rush the court, Missouri coach Dennis Gates said. You gotta be kidding me. I was about to, in-game, take the mic and say, rush the damn court for real. And they did.
What a scene, huh?
Yeah, pretty crazy. Broberg and Holloway came from Edmonton to the Blues, and they were both booed at every single second and every single time they touched the puck Saturday night. There was a joyous cheer when Broberg was planted behind the Edmonton net, and again when his turnover became Connor McDavid's goal. The Blues tried to drown out Holloway's smile after he scored in the third period, but the Blues still lost to the Oilers Saturday 4-2. Blues play the Canucks in Vancouver tomorrow night with a 9 p.m. start. Well, guys, it's Juan Soto to the New York Mets via the richest known deal in the history of sports.
This is insanity how much this guy's getting paid.
Hold on to your chairs. The former Yankee slugger received the most anticipated payday of the offseason on Sunday when he agreed to a 15-year, $765 million deal with the Mets, and that's not all. So Ohtani's 10-year deal was $700 million. That shattered all concept of how much a player can make last offseason. But the record stood for only a year because Soto, Ohtani's going to make more than Soto on an average annual value basis, but not if you account for the heavy deferrals that are in Ohtani's contract. After accounting for inflation, Major League Baseball sees the Ohtani deal as a 10-year, $460 million contract with its CBT calculations. Soto's deal includes no deferred money and has escalators that will inflate the contract's value to $800 million. The deal also has an opt-out for Soto after 5 years if he chooses it. Now, the Mets can void the opt-out by escalating the average annual value of his contract.
I don't understand a thing you're saying.
Listen, so basically Soto can dip out after 5 years, unless the Mets say, no, you can't dip out, but then they have to forcefully pay him an extra few $1 million every single year for the last 10 years of the deal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the last 10 years of the deal, if they say, no, you can't leave, it goes from $51 million to $55 million over the last 10 years of the deal.
My takeaway is this guy's getting paid almost $1 billion to play baseball. That's insanity.
The dream.
Also the largest contract in Major League Baseball history, passing Tatis's 14-year, $340 million for the Padres. By most standards, Soto is the new high point of all MLB contracts.
Jeez.
Insane. We talked about it earlier. The Chiefs will always win more than half of their close games as long as Andy Reid is coaching and Mahomes is playing quarterback. It's not just good luck when you have all the all-time greats in those spots. But this Chiefs streak is, as far as close games, is unbelievable. They doinked in a field goal for the win. The Chiefs extended their NFL record by winning their 15th straight one-score game. The Chargers took the lead with less than 5 minutes remaining on Sunday night, and then the Chiefs win seemed inevitable because Mahomes came through in that situation that we all take for granted all the time. He did it again. Long drive, ending with a game-winning third-string kicker, 31-yard field goal by Matthew Wright. Listen to this.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you weren't ready for it?
Nope.
Sorry. But it doinked, it crossed the entire thing, doinked the left upright, and booped right in for a 19-17 Chiefs win.
The field doink.
The kick will come from Matthew Wright. This is for the division, for the Chiefs. And Wright for the division. It's the doink for the division.
The doink for the division.
Chiefs.
Okay.
Rafe won the week with 10. King Scott with 10, Learn with 10 on the Pick'em Challenge.
Not bad.
I had 9 and Riz had 8. We won the week handedly. We have a score of 47-44 on the totals.
So good.
And everybody except for one has the same team for tonight. So it's a win. Don't call it a comeback. It's now, what, 8-6?
8-6,
8
guys.
and 6 for the
beautiful
Pick'em Challenge.
You know what's sad about that Chiefs game, dude, is like they took a knee twice. down by 1 point, and I go, man, you're really hanging it on this third string kicker. They could have tried to run it in and didn't. And I was like, whoa. And they've been waiting for Travis Kelce for like 4 games to break Tony Gonzalez's record. And it just ain't happening, man.
Doink for the division, man.
It's not his year, but it is Matthew Wright's, that's for sure. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, that is it for us. First off, I want to thank Rob for coming in, hanging out with us. You won that contest, $1,000 richer, which is great just for tapping that app.
Yeah,
and you get to hang out.
Yeah,
you get to hang out for the whole show.
Was it fun?
It was a great time.
Before we leave, I thought we could give Rob a treat of good or gross just to see how his year 2025 will be.
Take a jelly bean.
All right.
So let's see what kind of year you're going to have.
If you gotta eat all of them.
No, you don't have to eat all.
No, if you get a bad jelly bean, it's going to be a terrible year for you.
The pink.
With blue speckles.
Pink with blue speckles is either.
What the heck? Hang on.
That might be
that might be
gum?
that. Oh, okay. I was going to say that might be that centipede one. Yuck.
No, the centipede one is red.
Is it? Oh, yeah, you're right. It's like a cranberry thing.
Yeah.
Okay, the pink one is. Come on now. Oh, that is bubble gum or what is that? Elephant fart? No. It's something. It's something fart.
Well, give it a shot, Rob.
I don't know if it tastes like bubble gum or a fart.
That's bubble gum.
Oh,
you recognize
that.
The beans have spoken.
Don't forget to check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michaels. Rob, would you like to say anything to any friends or family members while you have the floor?
Yeah, shout
All
out
of
to
St.
my
Louis
wife.
is listening.
Yeah, say hi to Mandy. Love you. I don't really have any social media following, but if you want, follow her on TikTok at Weiss Manor. She highlights all of our kickball highlights.
All right.
I do a little go meat chant every day. It's a lot of fun.
That's great.
So spell that out.
WEESE Manor, MANOR.
Here we go. For all your kickball highlights.
I'm going to come out and play this on Sunday.
That'd be awesome.
You go this Sunday?
Not this Sunday, but some Sunday.
Oh, put her down for this Sunday.
No, not this
Put
Sunday.
her down for Sunday, December 13th.
I could this Sunday, actually.
All right, Moon, what is the podcast title?
You cannot shoot the drones.
Yeah, you cannot
Yes,
shoot the drones. All right, what else you got, Moon?
Oh, man, just love, laugh, live.
Wow.
You really went against the grain.
And you're at Planet Fitness on Wednesday.
Yeah, Planet Fitness Wednesday is going to be fun. This is down in Brentwood.
Live, laugh, love.
I'll be down there at 11 a.m., 1 p.m. We're going to have a whole bunch of stuff and actually maybe some limited things that were kind of left over from Riz Show swag and all that. So a good opportunity to get down there. And then, of course, Planet Fitness freaking rules, and they always do these special sign-up offers down in Brentwood. So I will be Planet Fitness, Brentwood, December 11th, 11 a.m.
All right, Learn.
Follow me on the socials, Outlearn versus Radio. Lane Narrows is going to be playing some shows in 2025. This is the last week that you'll hear my voice, so if you want to keep up with me, that's where it's going to be. Thanks.
All right, Rafe.
Follow me at I am Rafe Williams. That's it.
King Scott.
Follow me at King Scott Rules. And, before Christmas is about your last time to go on to barnesandnoble.com and get my Christmas book, King Scott and a Perfect Christmas. You don't want to miss out on that. It's going to be a treat of treats for everybody.
Okay. Thank you, Scott. All right, we leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day brought to you by Hot Shots. Check out the all-new Hot Shots Lindbergh, 7575 Lindbergh Boulevard, your new home for sports in South County. From Granite City, Brittany Gherkin is our Teamer of the Day. And she wants to hear this song. Here it is. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Energy up!